Hello.
Hello. And Joel's going full ghetto on us tonight. He's putting his hood up, his hat on. Where's your sunglasses?
Joel is over it.
He's
because I
playing
haven't
some
eaten my
poker
fucking
today.
McDonald's yet.
I'm going rogue. Poker.
Going rogue.
Dude, I would love to play poker tonight.
I know.
We haven't played in so long.
It'd be fun.
Love to play poker.
Is it me or does it seem like Trace's mic is like cutting in and out?
No?
No.
No, not cutting in and out. We
Okay.
good?
For me, just now is my... I must have like an ear infection or something going on.
Of course you do.
Hello. Okay.
Still, my right ear is all... like, I can't hear shit out of it.
Dell.
Okay.
Perfect.
Oh.
Hello.
It's me.
Is it me you're looking for?
No, it's Boba.
Oh, I'm going to blow up my eardrum. Oh, now it hurts. There it is. There it is. Now it hurts.
Perfect.
All right, how about...
Hello.
I'm going to eat that slowly over the course of the podcast. The idea was to have eaten it already, so I'm not getting drunk.
Wah. Mine's
Wah.
with Al Capone on it.
Wow. What? Oh, yeah.
Mine's Al Capone. Of course, this is kind of fitting.
All right, boys. So we're gonna start on episode 8 of the.
Did you sink?
Of the. I did not. Thank you. Good call. All right.
All right, now
All right.
we're sank.
Nailed
Now we're sunk. Synced. Actually, synchronized. It's synced. So.
Synced. Good
yeah.
call.
All right. So this is episode 8 of the Wildcard podcast, but episode 2 of the Last Shot podcast or something. I don't know.
What is
Spooky
this?
boob.
So this, Matt.
This is a pineapple upside down cake shot.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Here we go. There we go. Oh. All right.
And
Thumbs
of
up.
course, I'm drinking orange juice and grenadine.
Which is really all that shot
Okay,
tasted
that
like.
literally tasted like orange juice.
So that is
That was good.
vanilla vodka, pineapple juice, and a splash of grenadine.
Um,
How old was the vodka?
I
12 years
actually
old.
did just buy it the other day, so
He-
it should be all
Brendan
good.
over here's that was
Holy
good.
shit.
Holy shit, someone's gonna be deaf.
It's good. We'll just turn it down a little bit.
That was
Yeah, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Brendan,
it's-
have you ever really taken shots or no? Like, is it just like tequila and rumplemints? No, really
It's
flavored
usually
shots.
You're involved, so
Agreed.
just whenever Trace talks, it like statics in my ear. It seems
Oh.
Is it just your connection?
it might be.
So, am I too loud?
Oh, here.
Well,
Hold
yeah,
on.
but-
Hold on.
yeah.
Never.
Loud. Oh. Plug the good one in.
Gotta go gold. Yeah,
Gotta
the
go
silver.
Oh,
gold.
that helps a lot.
God.
Yeah, I don't
Gotta
know.
go
I
gold.
don't know why that one was there, but it is.
Now
It's a
it's
piece of
way
shit.
too fucking.
Wait!
This bitch
Oh,
empty.
for fuck's sake!
Ouch. Damn.
That was very loud.
Computer off.
No,
She
would
did.
be good.
So
See, now it's too
you've only taken like straight stuff. You haven't had like any fruity things.
I never
or
get
anything.
no.
What the
None of the
fuck?
actual good shots or anything.
Okay, where's my GoPro case at?
Right there
Is it dead?
on the floor.
No,
Shouldn't be dead.
it's
What do you
not
need?
Dead.
What's it complaining about?
SD card.
Oh.
It's
What?
full.
Oh, here. Give it to me real quick. I forgot to delete.
Somehow.
I forgot to delete last week's shit off of it.
Yeah.
You can pop open the door and pull the SD card out the side.
So you're gonna be
No, you
able
don't have to take the whole thing out.
to
But
pull all that off and still be able to use it.
oh, I've already copied the video off.
No, I mean what we just had though.
Oh, yeah.
I hope.
You're gonna have to download it and then
Otherwise, we gotta
Put it
take
that
another
way.
shot.
No, I can reuse that.
take another. Take another.
Although, are we
Can
still
you
doing
hand me
the
my
last
bag?
shot?
Last Shots podcast.
Yeah, we're doing one shot at the beginning and one shot at the end.
So that means we'll have.
That's
to
We
how
didn't
it's gonna
prepare
be.
another shot.
anyway.
did we?
Do you want to
Not
keep
yet, but it doesn't take very long.
Well, if you're going to use that in the future, do you want to use that for this, or do you want to use something else?
No, that's fine.
Like Kill Shot Podcast.
I mean, we'd have to go.
We would need
one
guns then.
We would are.
One Shot Podcast. Because we only do one shot.
Trace,
That
check
might
that
work.
and make sure it's
I
still
really
lined
don't
up
The
right.
Money Shot podcast.
The money shot.
Money,
podcast.
money.
Yeah,
So
Brendan.
now we are taking porn suggestions,
Yeah,
right?
move it
Yeah.
that way.
I'm sure that the
Oh
money
yeah,
shot.
that's right.
Hey, McCoy.
I'm sure that the
Who
money
are
shot
those wrestlers?
podcast.
Who's
is
that
already-
wrestler?
Hey Matt, can you grab that?
That
for
came
me?
out. I was
Thank
like, money, money, money.
Sean, or
money.
yeah, Shane
Yeah,
McMahon.
Shane McMahon.
Was it?
Sean
Yeah,
McMahon.
that's it,
Sean,
yeah.
that's why I
Did he
stopped.
do his-
It was
he
the other
do his
brother
little-
that nobody
yeah,
heard
yeah,
about.
exactly. Sean McMahon.
Yeah, that's it.
Shane McMahon.
Jonathan McManus.
Perfect.
Fucking
Landed
nailed it. Yee. All right, we're just gonna do a little quick surgery here.
We just curious.
Get in there, you slut.
You slut. Well, I do
gonna
have
let you
another
finish.
SD card, but I don't know if you want to like try to combine video or whatnot.
I mean, it-
shit like
Either way, it's gonna be shitty, and maybe that. See, the thing is that this SD card already has stuff on it, but not all of it is the podcast. So I didn't want to delete anything that was already.
that. Oh,
on
you can
there.
delete it.
I can
Is
delete
it
all of
like when Trace proposed kind of stuff on it,
it.
or
Yeah, see, that might be a
like
thing,
private
right?
bedroom stuff kind of stuff? No response. So number 2.
I said no. That's why I was like, why does this keep moving? This
Oh,
thing's
Christ,
loose as
it's
fuck.
gonna take us 6 years.
That's
There.
way too long.
No, it's not gonna take 6 years.
This might not stay. This might not be good.
You weren't supposed to move it.
Matt's bumping it. I'm bumping it. It doesn't matter. So Brendan,
Who was
you're
that bitch?
telling me that you've never had one of those shots before, or anything mixed like UV cherry
It's
and Red
just
Bull,
straight.
or what?
I usually just have straight shots.
I
Have you
always
ever had
do-
a-
I always
No
do it straight.
mix.
I never knew.
Not
The
even
only-
like a Jaeger bomb or
Right.
I've
That's
done like
what I'm
a
saying.
Irish car bomb,
I've
and that
done-
was
Yeah,
with you.
yeah.
Basically,
Oh.
anything that's alcoholic has trace and foy involved.
I've done
I mean,
Jaeger bombs and like
Trace
Sega
for
bombs.
shoy.
At
What the hell is a
what
Sega
bombs?
bomb?
In
Sake
Benson.
bombs?
No,
What's a
Sega
Sega?
bombs.
Sega.
What's
Uh,
the Sega bomb?
Sega.
Is it
I
at
don't remember another name
Beercade?
for it. Yeah,
really?
I don't
Oh,
know what's
that
it,
makes
but
sense.
it's
Is it blue?
freaking delicious.
Oh yeah, it's probably like blue UV and Red Bull.
There's another name for it. That's
It's probably
like a
what it is.
Vegas
It's a
bomb.
Chuck Norris.
It's a Vegas bomb.
that what
they
it
call
is?
it a Sega bomb.
Oh, it's a
Oh.
Vegas bomb.
Okay.
Relative, I believe.
So then
Which is
there's
what?
Crown,
Crown
Malibu,
and- yeah.
Peach Schnapps, and Red Bull.
Wow, what really?
I think
don't-
they make a
That's
batch.
Do they
Vegas
usually
bomb.
make them like that in bars?
I think they
Yeah.
make a batch. of it.
Generally.
So
Oh, like
Is that a
Matt's
Jolly
apple.
Rancher?
yeah, no,
apple pie.
they don't make them like that in bars, Chris. Don't worry about it.
Just
I
like
don't think I've ever had a Vegas bomb that had like a. I mean, I guess I've never asked what's in it.
Have
so.
you ever had
That's
the
what's in it.
apple pie shots
Cool.
at Burke's?
Yes,
in Benson?
that's where I
Those
always
are
start.
I mean,
with them.
delicious.
That is
But-
essentially what we took last week.
Right, but
You
if
made
you're gonna
their-
do it,
their recipe,
you have
yeah.
to buy the craft. It's like bang for your buck. You get more for what you get versus if you buy a shot.
But that's
What do you mean the craft? Oh, the carafe, like
the craft, like
the giant.
yeah, for
thing?
like
Yeah.
$9. Yeah,
Well, shit.
For $9. Oh man,
for yeah.
We should do this
we're getting fucked up, boys.
Wednesday.
Is there a bar in
Okay.
Benson we can do a podcast at?
We could ask. I don't know.
No, they probably each have their own.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hipster zingers.
Yep.
Did you download
Jake's
that
Cigar
video?
Bar.
Yet?
Yeah, it's done. Hold on.
What's up,
Jake's is fine. I just.
I want a cigar so bad.
I've got
Like
a
I'm
Jake's Cigar
craving
Bar.
something to give me. Yeah.
The lounge.
Open the window.
the pod lounge.
You go.
Matt's over here looking at
He looks
Brendan
like
like
he's
he's
just
gonna
getting
kick
ready
his
to
ass.
like take off or something. Like,
See ya.
And see you later, fuckers.
This is my podcast.
Brendan's like, I actually decided I don't want to be part of this anymore. Just
yeah, I'm
fucking
out.
leaves.
See you later. I'm making the logo, but see you later.
Are you gonna make the logo?
Yeah.
Oh man, nothing's worse than cold McDonald's
I was
fries.
gonna say you're gonna do better than my shitty playing card that I made in MS Paint.
MS Paint.
That explains why I couldn't like vectorize it and actually make it like scalable.
Should
So-
just have somebody do this.
What is the official name?
Like, I thought it was Last
I
Shots.
thought it was last shot too. Unless you got a better idea. I mean,
Well,
we haven't really
no, that's
sourced it for
totally-
ideas much.
It's cool
So
with me.
if somebody wants,
Last Shots
different.
works for me.
So is this officially
Brendan's having issues putting it in there
episode
too.
1
Hmm.
of the Last Shot podcast?
Well,
Episode
technically it'll
2.
be episode 2.
But we don't have an episode 1 uploaded, do we?
Yeah, we do. Last episode.
I
But
called
it's
it.
called
I called
Wild
it
Card.
episode 7 on the wild card, and because the reason is because I don't want to change all the shit until we have a logo.
I'm on
Fair
it.
point.
That's
Oh my
that's
God.
My activity during this podcast.
All right. See, I'm
That's
not the
what she
only
said.
other one that has that problem. And an angle's better. It hits the G spot.
Depending on the angle.
Yeah.
90 degrees.
Ow, 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 ow.
Is it good for you? You should just have to rotate the chair.
Yeah, that should be all that is. And
Beep.
It kind of moved back on its
Oh
own a
my
little bit.
God.
No, we're good.
I have to sink again. Hold on. I'm shoving my face full of fries. All right. I can't use your claps because you weren't clapping into a mic.
Great.
There we go.
Perfect.
This is so girly.
First of all, here,
This is so fucking
since
like
we're
me.
starting this, what's your favorite shot to take? It can, like
Like if
Of
we were all to go
alcohol.
to a bar right now and say, okay, everybody pick a shot, what would you pick?
That one's pretty good.
what'd you take?
How long is the night supposed to last?
Why?
Like we're out drinking that night. Like
Well,
we're out all night.
My type of
We've got
go
rides
out
home.
night.
Starting at 7,
What
ending whenever the Uber driver drops us
shots,
off.
everybody? What do you want
Yeah.
right now? Come on.
That
They're
one
waiting.
was good,
No,
but
but it just not including like I want that one. Like you're at a bar and you have to order a shot right now. What do you order?
Yeah, what's your under pressure shot that you do?
Rumple. Joel.
Vegas bomb.
Vegas bomb.
Chris.
Jaeger bomb.
Jaeger.
Yeah.
Going with the
Jaeger
Jaeger.
bombs.
Matt.
I guess I'd probably have to do either tequila or rumple.
I'd have to do Rumple or Jackfire.
I do like. Oh yeah, Jack Fire and Fireball.
That'd be not Fireball. Fireball's
Fireball.
terrible.
Fireball's good.
I
Take
drank
that back.
so much of it when I first turned 21 and before.
But,
It's just disgusting.
So I think next week, we'll do a breakfast shot.
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
try that.
There-
That one's pretty good.
Irish breakfast. Is that
Yeah.
You getting the blueberry Red Bull?
Blueberry Red Bull.
There's one that you put blueberry and Red Bull in, and it tastes like a blueberry pancake.
Really? No, the
Ooh.
one. This breakfast shot is just Jameson and caramel schnapps
Oh, I got
and
it.
Ooh.
and orange juice.
It's pretty good.
And
And it's fucking
it literally
delicious.
just tastes like syrup and orange juice.
I'll
Yes.
take shots of anything that have schnapps in them, pretty much. That's my...
Oh,
It makes
well.
it tastier. Yeah.
Hey, Matt found us a cheaper version of Rumplemans.
Ooh.
Well, it's not exactly Rumplemans. It's
Well, it's
it's
Is it
essentially
peppermint
it's a
schnapps?
peppermint schnapps with a hint of cinnamon.
Okay.
It's called Yukon Jack.
so when we
They
Or
make
when
it
I-
well. So Yukon Jack is
I
the
mean,
brand,
Goldschlager is also peppermint schnapps, so it's like
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
lot
but
of
I
different
do
kinds.
not like Goldschlager.
but
Big
the
red
brand
gum
is
shot.
the
Ooh, I might actually change
brand
my
is Yukon Jack, and they make a whiskey, but they also make the schnapps shot, and it's called Permafrost, and it goes down very smooth for how pepperminty and cinnamony it is.
But it has to be cold.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Super cold.
I took
There's
a
no
shot
other
of warm Rumplemans once.
Yeah, me too.
Bad idea.
Once.
Where was that?
Exactly.
Here.
Not my fault. I ain't taking that. Not taking that blame. No way. Just because Brendan thinks that it's all my fault that he drinks.
98% of the time.
Hey, I haven't drank in
It
a
works
month.
every time. Here you go, Matt. I'll let you have that.
Sure. Whole lot of nothing now. Being all quiet.
All
shit.
right. So now that should stay lit up, and I don't have to have that next to me. Matt, can you do me a favor and occasionally switch to Audacity and make sure that we're not blowing it out?
Yeah.
I think I've got it
Occasionally.
dialed in.
So
But-
I saw this on
Oh, yeah.
the
Topics.
internet yesterday or
Uh-huh.
today.
Yeah.
And who came up with the dinosaur sound without even hearing a dinosaur?
Yeah. How did we invent? Did you just assume my vocalization?
Well, I mean, unless you take a frickin' chicken and make it 20 times the size.
How do you know they didn't?
Oh, that's fair.
How do you know they didn't take a
That's
chicken
fair.
sound and then just pitch it like just
Could have.
layered over
But-
60 chickens all talking at once? And that's
I
a
just-
T-Rex.
I wanted Joel's input, but
I was
he's
gonna say,
over
we're
there
getting-
on whatever he's on.
We're getting
No,
borderline
Joel's-
Joel thought.
No,
right
he's-
No,
now.
I was actually looking at that or thought about it, and I was like,
right.
well, how, like, okay, but that brings me back to the topic where
Here we go.
I saw something that said the brain technically named itself.
Yes.
Like, how do you name your, with that
Well,
cognitive
Technically,
develop-
anybody that's changed their name legally has named themselves as well.
Right. But
Yeah.
yeah, I can hardly hear myself. But with that,
I can
Yeah.
hear him fine. I think it might be
That's what I'm saying. I don't know
I
how.
said no one's heard a dinosaur,
right,
but
but no, we have
And they have
50,000 species
different
of this
noises.
one with different noises.
cavemen.
Oh, right. We unthawed one? Like, what is this?
Well, one of my favorite games to play, internet games to play, is
Pornhub.
explain what you're
Does
doing.
she have a penis?
Yes, the answer is always yes.
The answer's always yes. There are no girls on the internet.
And the answer is always no deal. Deal or no deal, always no deal.
yeah. No, it's,
Real quick, when we were in Vegas a couple years ago,
Oh, my God.
we were in what was it? New York,
New York.
right? And they have like a children's arcade room kind of thing,
Right next to the roller coaster. If you ever
like
go on the
a-
roller coaster, it's right there. You have
kind
to
of like
walk
a
through it to
pizza
get to the roller
machine or
coaster.
Dave and Buster's, that kind of thing, and where you can get tickets and you load up a card or whatever. And well, I'm already in Vegas spending money actually gambling, so why not? I'll throw $20 and buy some credits and play these stupid games too while we're waiting. Played that deal or no deal game where you pick a case and so me not really caring because it was $2. I had already blown more than that playing the slots already. I'm gonna
One
pick this
more than
case. I'm just gonna keep it the whole way. Just no. Ended up picking the highest point case and winning the whole thing. Like
Me and Jenna went on this roller coaster, and we get off. And Matt goes, "I just can't. I can't lose. Like I keep winning." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes,
thanks to Travis.
well, yeah, Travis too. Travis, he can't play a game to save his life, but he
Nobody can help me.
He can help
Sure
people
shit.
win. He's standing behind me and my dad. We walked away from a craps table with $500 a piece. I was like, "Stay right here, right here. You need to be by my side at all times."
so that's what I'm like in a casino. So
Perfect. Let's go.
yeah. So if Travis and I both stand behind you, is it double your luck?
I hope so. Because if it
Hopefully. I
is,
mean, let's
I will
go
buy
try,
everybody
yeah.
drinks the rest of the night if it is double my luck.
Or does it cancel out and we have to stand next to different tables to spread it out a little bit?
I hope
Either
not.
way,
I
let's
hope it's with
let's
me.
experiment. Let's go.
Yeah, see,
figure
that's
this
what I'm
out.
saying. Let's go figure this out.
Yeah, I'm not trying to end up in a fucking back alley in Vegas getting the shit kicked out of me because some pit boss figured it out. Like, wait a minute. This
What?
nerdy ass motherfucker ain't playing any games, but everybody he stands next to wins a whole shitload of money.
Yeah, oh, that's real difficult. I mean, come on. Was that on fire? Is it really?
It was pretty hot.
All right. Well, I didn't mean to derail you from whatever you were saying.
So my favorite game to play on the internet is you try to explain your first world problems to a caveman. Be like,
yeah.
oh man,
Explain that to a caveman.
Yeah. it's like we're gonna get together at a friend of mine's house and we're gonna
What's a
record
house?
ourselves talking. Yeah, what's a
Well,
house?
What's
Yeah.
a record?
Yeah, that's it's the game is always like who's the first
How
person to
can
be
you-
like what is the
how
thing
can
that a
you
caveman is not gonna
Dumb
understand?
something down to basic words that anybody would be able to understand, kind of thing.
Not too sure.
What movie is that where they're
What's a
with the-
movie?
We're not doing that anymore.
Now we're doing that the whole time.
They're with the Amish guy. And he's like, yeah, I
Which
met,
one? There's a few of them.
Sex drive.
Yeah, sex drive. He's like, I
Yep.
met this girl on the computer, and
Oh.
he's like,
What's a
computer?
computer?
He
He's
takes
like,
the- when he
Isn't that
takes his brother's
that's
car.
Seth Green,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's like, internet? He's like, got it. He's like, nah, I'm just messing with you. I'm not that.
We know
dumb."
what we know what it is. Both have a.
We said, what's that movie with the Amish guy? There's a lot of movies with Amish people.
There's one where he bowls,
Yep.
and then that one.
There's one
I
with
knew where he was
Harrison
going
Ford.
with it though.
Yep.
There's one with Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
What is that one
What is it
called?
called? It's Witness.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Witness.
Wow. It's good. Good
I
call.
was about to pull up IMDb, but I don't have to.
All right, Jack.
I am
We-
the walking IMDb.
We
No, I'm just
probably,
kidding.
as much as Matt and I are both Rooster Teeth fans, there've been a couple times where I've been listening to the podcast to edit it, and like, it's mostly me. I'll do something that's like it just is way too try-hardy, or you're just
Yeah,
like, I'm
yeah.
gonna be on IMDb, like, all right, Jack, her.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we should try to have our own identity, and that's mostly my fault.
Really
but
should.
Well,
But it's hard.
Yeah.
figure this shit out.
Yeah. Well, our identity apparently
Hit
is
the road,
is,
Jack.
Don't you come back.
No more, no more.
Yeah, that's
no
about it.
more.
That's all I got.
Oh, no, I was just saying copyright strike, probably.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe. It's our
I
version.
think you get, what, 3 seconds?
It's our
Something
version.
like
I don't
that.
know what
I
you
don't-
get.
I don't know if there's a...
It doesn't matter. YouTube.
So what if I make a cover of
shit
it?
out of you?
Well, as long as you tag it correctly and credit the right person, then I
Yeah.
think you're good.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
The thing is
Okay.
that it's
Well,
like
as if we're
it's
planning on
very
making a
easy.
cover.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's make a cover of that song. I don't even know how it goes. I can
How it
barely.
goes.
Or who
Joel,
the
you got
actual
any
artist
topics
is.
over
Can
there,
you name the
Mr.
actual
Phones
artist?
guy?
Merle Haggard.
Oh, is it really?
I have no idea.
Well,
See,
now we got to
This
figure
is
out.
why
What are
when
you
you say
doing?
things with confidence,
Make
people
a
will believe
logo.
you, and that will get you far. in
Oh.
Was
life.
it? Don't you?
Oh.
What was it?
I would just do
Hit the Road Jack
Jack song.
We'll see yours, and then Brendan will make one, and we'll judge him.
Logo war.
Logo
We fight to the death.
Hey, what the hell? We just came up with a TV show.
It's going to be one of those shows that ends up on like
Logo
Bravo
Wars.
or Game Show Network.
Hey,
Which
you know what? So what? You're still on
was
TV?
I right?
No.
Oh,
But
I way
I
off?
will let you take a guess at the original artist that sang that song. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more. Yeah.
Merle Haggard.
Is it someone we would know?
that was my guess already, and it's wrong.
Oh, you did?
Yes, you would recognize who it is. I can't give you the obvious thing because
This,
it would give it away.
It's not
wait,
Merle.
it's a single.
It's Johnny Cash.
No.
Oh wait, is that
Elvis
the
Presley.
actual- Yeah. Okay.
Merle Haggard.
He
Dolly Parton.
was.
Dolly Parton.
It is a black man. I will give you that much.
Fuck.
I'm talking the original artist,
The original artist. Yep.
What's,
Armstrong.
what's his first name?
Louis
start with?
Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong.
Louis.
Oh, sorry, not the original, but the one that made it the most famous.
Louis. Stevie Wonder.
Starts with the J.
You get one guess.
I'm guessing until I get it right.
No, you get one guess.
Stevie Wonder.
Brendan. I will say it was the early '60s. So
So I'm kind of off.
I don't know. I
Oh
really don't know.
shit!
You didn't answer me if it started with the J.
no,
Is it Armstrong?
no.
Is it the guy that
It is.
the guitarist whose hand is broken in Back to the Future calls his cousin? And he says, "Hey," and I don't remember the name that he says. This is the sound you're looking for when Michael
Probably
J.
not.
Fox is playing Johnny B. Good.
Probably
No.
not.
Okay.
You.
All right, let me give you another hint.
What's it start with?
He's blind.
He said Stevie Wonder.
Okay, who's the other black blind artist?
Plays piano. What's his name?
Ray Charles.
There you
There
go.
it is.
Who's the
Yeah,
original?
I like that.
original.
That one,
Is
yeah,
it-
he sent it in the
Trace, is
group
it-
chat.
is
It's
it-
not bad.
Is it
It's
plural?
zero.
No, not plural.
Last shots,
The original,
Yeah.
original,
plural,
Plural?
plural.
written by the rhythm and blues
Actually, no.
artist
No, leave
Percy
it.
No, leave it.
Mayfield.
Not
Leave
plural.
it. I like it that way.
Percy
Last
Mayfield,
shot.
and first recorded in 1960 as an a cappella demo sent to
Ooh.
Art Rupe. Became famous after it was recorded by the singer-songwriter pianist Ray Charles with the Ray-Letts vocalist Margie Hendricks.
Is that all we need? Is that picture?
I mean, that'll work for what on
Yeah.
YouTube.
What's
But I
Can
want.
you
I want to
export
make
that
merch,
as
Joel.
a like high resolution as possible, or
I want
I got a
to make
picture of that.
hats and shirts and shit.
what resolution does it export it at?
I want to say small.
One.
Small size JPEG.
Very-
Small isn't a resolution.
High res would be pro.
Small is.
Small is a
Okay.
resolution.
Well,
No. Generally, a resolution
A
is
small-
a pixel number by a
I
pixel
think
number.
that was like 6
How about a small revolution?
all right. No, the small will probably be fine.
Revolution?
Define a small revolution.
The American one.
Like the
War of
American or
1912.
the industrial
That was
one?
War of
or-
1912.
That wasn't a
Unless you
revolution.
That
could
was a
take
war.
that and edit it.
1912. You
Maybe
mean
it'll be high
1812?
He said
Actually, it might be. Take a
1912.
screenshot of that.
Was there a war in
then crop it
1912?
I
down.
think so.
Because iPhone resolution.
Mexican American War.
Was there a war of
When
1912?
was War of 1912?
Oh,
Mexican
you're not
American
muted, I
War.
just can't
Well, I'm
hear
sure
you.
there was war, but
Or the Canadian American War. I don't know. I don't think there was a Canadian American War.
The War of 1812. We fought the Canadians. 'cause
Oh,
they were
all right.
part
See,
of
I was
England.
right.
So far, we sound stupid, and let's move on.
It's fine. Whatever.
Who sang this song?
History.
Neil Armstrong.
Yeah, Neil Armstrong.
He was in the Battle of 1912
You sound like
On
the
the
guy.
moon.
You
between
sound,
Canada and Mexico.
you sound like
On the
somebody
moon.
from
Old-timey radio.
1960s
That
right
one
there.
does look better.
You see, huh?
He hits the ball and runs around the base.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, see.
it's stuff like this. You go to Google and you type in "when was the war" and it autofills. And the first autofill, "when was the war of 1812?"
There was a war in 1912. though.
1912.
In 1812,
No.
there
Oh,
was.
there was one in 1912.
There was 1912.
There was
War
war
of
during
1912.
1912, but it was not called the War of 1912 because you search War of 1912 and it comes up with the First Balkan War.
Yep.
That is not called
Well,
the War of 1912.
You know what, Matt? We're not all good at math. So
What?
No,
What about the
but
great?
I'm good at Google. So
What
I
year
win.
was the Great Clone War?
In
That was
your
a
face.
memorable one.
That was wait. That was
1812.
no, it was not.
1912.
1776.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
They don't have actual like.
Were you
years in
there?
Star Wars.
Yes, they do.
Really? Okay.
The Clone War was 5 or no. Wait, if you're going by BBY,
He actually
no,
knows it.
So
Pick or it didn't happen.
23 BBY to 19 BBY.
BB.
Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah, we want fact
It
check.
was 4 years,
Is BBY baby?
5.
5
And-
years. I can't do
Whoa.
math.
I
Worse.
just threw that together. I'm so proud.
It's just gonna come
Isn't
up
it
with the
shots?
show.
He said shot. Last shot.
So I go to Wikipedia
They
for this,
says
right?
plural.
Definitely.
Yeah, and
said
then I
leave it.
changed it. I said I like it better as
I
last
like
shot.
Last shot. Show last shot.
You cut off.
I used a template and then just went from there, but
Whatever.
she worked.
She worked.
Black and white.
Black and white.
Simple.
Perfect for hats, T-shirts,
Right here in the middle.
sweatshirts. Yeah.
The only thing I'm worried about
On the
not like
sleeve.
it's not like
Ooh.
we're making any money off
On
this
the back?
yet, but we
Ooh.
might not be allowed to use
with
it
a
for
pocket
commercial
on the
use.
front. Ooh.
Why not?
Sometimes you can't. It depends on the license.
Wait,
of
what
the
did I say?
software.
Yeet.
It's 23 BBY to 19 BBY.
I was off. It's 22 to 19.
So you're a
BBY.
liar. Just like 1812 and 1912. How
It's
long
only
is
3
it? How
years.
long is a BBY?
A year. Coruscant standard year,
But what
which is the same
what,
as an Earth year.
Trying to figure out
what does BB
how to make this thing
mean?
nuts.
Yeah,
Stand
what is-
for?
what is
What
BBY?
is BBY?
BBY stands for before the Battle of Yavin, and then ABY is after the Battle of Yavin. So
So the
end-
Battle of Jesus?
No, the end
It's
of
baby.
episode 4.
Baby Jesus.
The end of episode 4, the destruction of the Death Star. That is
Oh.
the timeline. That is 0.
That's weird.
Wow, that is crisp.
Crisp.
That compared. Ooh, that's a word. That sounded good.
Crisp.
When you say crisp, it sounds crisp.
Crisp.
Diet Pepsi. Crisp.
Moist.
Moist.
You know what? You know what word I can't stand?
Somebody's going to hate that.
I cannot stand the word flesh.
Flesh?
That to me is
Like
just
flesh-eating
Moist,
amoeba?
fleshy, crispy. That's
Farts.
kind of contradictory, but
Moist and fleshy.
Chris, what are you
moist,
doing
fleshy-
over here?
My mic stand is not staying
Fucking-
here.
you're
Like,
telling me.
he's playing
the-
guitar.
It sounded just like one. That's perfect. Chris is going to be fired now.
Us hand micers don't
Yeah.
look so bad
These
now,
damn
do we?
mic stands. Whack. Whack.
It worked on the other table. I know, that's what I'm saying.
more of a lip on you too, boy.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say that too.
Boy.
You're kind of lippy.
You sounded real Irish or something when you said that, Trace.
What?
You're like more lip on or you too or something like that.
You too?
Yeah.
Like the band.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it because he said U2 and U2's an Irish band? Is
You're
that what-
very loud.
Are they
in my
Irish or
ears.
just British?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think
Are
they're
they
just
actually
British.
I
That
don't know.
British?
I think they are actual Irish. It's Ireland.
That's
is
a real
the-
easy
is the,
search. Just 2 clicks and enter.
Yeah. Also, if we have any listeners from Ireland, they'd be really pissed off that we don't know.
They are
Send
from
us your
Ireland.
potatoes.
Hey, hey! Yeah, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Potatoes.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. That's still. I still think of you every time I hear that, Joel.
And I
Just
still
because
think
you
of I'm
showed
in
that
love
to
with a
me.
stripper every
That-
time.
that-
Every time.
Every time I hear that song, I think of skate days in like 7th grade.
Yeah.
But also, every time I hear the song "Cats," I'm a kitty cat.
Oh.
That's
You-
I think of you guys. 'cause
Yes.
You know what the song that really reminds me of Joel is
The one from High School Musical that he requested to be played on Disney Channel radio.
Remember
was
we used to use
this?
we use when you use something to say how old are you? I used to call Disney Channel radio on Trace's
Radio
parents
Disney. Oh my
on his
god.
parents' home phone.
to request a song from High School Musical.
That's how old I am.
No, it's Day and Night by Kid
Also-
Cudi.
Gay.
Wah, wah.
Wah,
Yeah.
wah. Just Joel coming up right next to you.
It works.
It's a classic.
Oh, man. The good old days. No worries. Besides to walk down to Papa John's and get a pizza.
Papa Murphy's.
That's it, Papa
My
Murphy's.
goodness.
Get a pizza.
And if it wasn't that, it was just the gas station for some pop or something.
Or Sonic.
You were right in the
It was
middle.
Sonic or Bag and Save. We'd always go to Bag and Save because you get bigger things of
The
pop
big
for
old
cheaper.
2-liter. Yeah.
And then people quit drinking pop. And I was like, that's
now
all
it's
you
some
guys.
Kids gym or something.
Yep. And a Planet Fitness.
Wish we had that growing up.
Right? Why don't we have a kids gym?
We had one, but they put it in by. It's at home where Target used to be, and like
Oh, yeah.
Julio's was up above. That was like the very first way back then. And I went to a birthday party there. It was sweet.
They should make adult gyms like that.
They should.
I'm just gonna hold this.
Did you know that they make like adult like summer camp stuff?
Really?
Where like
It's not gonna be in the video, but it just was like, it was like
just depressively just fell down.
It like legit like kicked him. It just fucking.
yeah.
Hmm.
It actually kind of hurt a little bit. It hit me just right.
Jesus.
But yeah, you
Yeah,
like
no, that was.
I don't know
I
how
believe
long
you
it
mean
is or how
Yeezus.
much it is, but there's places that do like full on week long summer camps
Dude, do
for
you know how much
adults.
fun
That'd
that'd
be
be?
To just,
Do you,
to
is there a
just act
bar?
like a child and like escape your adult responsibilities and just
I feel like putting a bar in that is a bad idea.
Great idea.
great idea. Just party.
Minus, don't let them go swim.
Be a child.
I
and-
used to do
Well,
summer camp at skate
Or
days.
just have it like a 3 foot
Really?
pool.
It
How
was
was
Kids
that?
camp.
Yeah.
well. Everyone else seemed to know each other, and it
Oh,
was
yeah,
just
you were the odd kid
myself
out.
and my
Yep.
sister.
You were. It was
so
very
I was friends
culty.
with my sister. Yeah, it was really culty for fucking
Clicky.
skate days.
Oh, I'm sure.
I was like, what the fuck is? They all knew like the
The dances.
Not the what the hell?
The
They knew
owners
all
or
the-
something.
They had
Not the
dances?
owners, but they
The
knew
counselors.
the counselors.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I
And then
got
we're
you.
just like, oh, we don't know who you people
Yeah.
are.
Hey, you remember that freaking roller coaster in there? Like right when you go in,
Oh,
there's
Yeah,
yeah.
it's on the
that
right
train.
side.
The little
I used to be
caterpillar or some
I used
shit,
to be
wasn't it?
terrified
Yeah.
of that thing.
I
They
didn't.
ever get rid of that thing?
No,
didn't.
I
They
don't
still
know.
have it?
Well, I can't say I've been there in the past like 10 years.
I went.
know, I don't
I
know
went
the last time I've been there.
last year to
Do they
take
still have laser
a
tag?
younger family member to
Yes.
go.
Blame the younger
skating.
family member.
Well, I wanted to go. I wanted to go skating.
You know what? You know what the
because-
best part about that was is
You learn how to dance.
all
skate.
of us in middle school would go, and we'd like skate and hang out and just talk. Everyone would go because everyone from school would go.
Right.
But like at the end of the night, last 20 minutes, they would just like cut the music and like they'd invite everyone just to go stand around on the dance floor and talk, and everyone would just like hang out right there and talk. It was like the
I don't remember
dumbest
that.
but most clever thing.
Well, you go on
Hmm.
like a Friday night. It was like from like 9 to 2 a.m.
Friday and
sometimes.
Saturday.
It was like, holy
I don't
shit.
think it ever went till 2 in the morning, but
I think it was midnight or something. Like
probably.
Something super
my
late.
parents would take and someone else's parents would always pick up, and I'd just go hang out and think I was the coolest thing. The coolest part about that place was the little ramp that went down to like the actual skate area and the little round tables that you
They
could just like
fall on
yep,
top
just
of.
crash onto. Yeah, that
I think,
was the
I think they
shit.
got rid of most of the round tables.
Really. But okay, do you remember? So they had
how
that
ghetto it
they had
got.
that back area for like pizza
Yeah.
and whatnot for parties.
They put
It-
beer in
Party
it.
room.
But where I haven't been there in forever, but where you could rent like the skate stuff, they always had a little TV that played like
Mhm.
people like breakdancing in their rollerblades. Do you remember that? Like on the dance floor? And then they had a night
I
They-
can try.
they had a night where like you got a key and they had like a chest. And if you used your key and it opened the chest, you won some sort of prize or something.
Really?
Do you remember that?
What
like
the
everyone
fuck?
everyone
When
got
did you go? Are you sure we're going to the same place?
everyone got a little ass key and like if you
I
put it
also
in
don't
and
think I
twist it,
ever went to a.
Nothing.
Well, no, I might have. No, because they had that
their pizza
money
was
machine
ass.
too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
they,
Where
yeah, always
whoever's
your
birthday it was went in it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of fun. Just grab a bunch
Although,
of fucking.
did you guys ever go
tickets.
to birthday parties at Zap
Time out.
Yes.
I went way back then when they
laser
had.
tag?
Do you remember going like? All right, it was play days before it was skate days. But when
Yeah.
it was play days, they had that little area
Play
up
days.
top with like scooters,
Oh,
where you
yeah.
like turn the
Yes,
scooters
yes.
and like you
We
Oh,
had
yeah.
one of those
Yes,
at
yes,
my
yes, yes.
house. I don't know how we
had
got
one when
it,
I was younger.
but we got
But you
one.
would
You
just
stole
sit
it
and, like, turn
like
and
people steal
scoot.
shopping carts.
I didn't steal it. That's kind of
Dude.
hard to get out of there. Like you got to do some kind of heist type of shit to get
That's
one
what
of
I'm
those
saying,
out of there.
dude. How do you get-
Distraction, cameras.
I
You
went up
have to
there-
have, like,
I
a
went up
pickup
there
truck
and
to steal
lived
a
up there.
shopping cart?
Yeah, I'm the best at laser
Yeah,
tag.
I'm still
Zap
trying to
was-
figure out.
That whole
how-
thing's gone now, isn't it? Didn't they tear it down?
What?
No,
That
Zap.
building
Which
No.
one?
No,
where it was on 72nd, that like Family Fun Center.
that's
is it?
family.
No,
fun.
that's
Oh
Family
yeah,
Fun
they
Center.
moved over to
Oh.
No, no.
108th.
Yeah,
Oh wait, are
Family
you
f-
talking
they remade that.
skate days?
No, I'm talking.
Or-
I'm talking about Family Fun Center.
Family
It
Fun Center.
moved
Well,
to-
no, but
when it
what
had the
were you
big
thinking?
arcade.
Skate Days?
Well, I heard Zap, and I heard. I was thinking.
Zap,
of,
Zap was on 100, or it was on Q.
108th and Q.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
Right across.
Then
the
it
road.
turned into a combat sports,
Yeah,
and
now it's like
then
a UFC fight.
not
Now it's
anymore.
no, it's like
Not
prehistoric
anymore.
putt.
yeah. It's
Well,
a
Zap-
indoor mini golf.
Yeah.
That's down
and
the
it's
way.
awesome, by the way. If you have.
Oh, really? Is it?
It's
I
fun.
guess so.
But now the Mark out in Elkhorn, they still have their laser tag thing there,
Oh,
and they have the
God.
same like guns that Zap had, and
With the-
we've been there a couple times in the last few years for work parties. And
I say we did
lucky.
about
especially
4
when,
months
especially when everybody's drunk running
Oh,
around there.
yeah.
It is very
No, it's
fun.
not
I've,
good.
I've never
It is
done
not
drunk
good.
laser tag.
They tell you not to jump and shit. People are falling
Well,
from
to
everywhere.
be fair,
I'm
every
like,
time
we gotta
that,
stop.
Every time that
I
we
would do
did
that
it,
in a
it was
heartbeat.
after they were closed, and we were
Oh,
the only
dude.
people there. So the guy was kind of like, "You should follow the rules, but we really don't.
Rules are
just
meant to be
just
broken.
don't jump off the top onto the bottom."
So-
Other than
and
that,
then
you're
somebody
fine.
jumps off the top onto the bottom.
So do they?
That was that was the year before that.
do
Oh,
they,
yeah.
Do they have it with like the names automatically on it, and you like find your name?
yes.
And then like you could push the button for the shield. Did
Yep.
you ever use
Yep.
that like at Zap and
Yep.
red versus blue up the ramp? You're just, like,
Yep.
just going nuts.
I
Do you
just
ever
cover
wonder why
their
we're here?
guns.
I'm
and shoot
gonna
'em.
I'm gonna kind of brag a little bit too because
Dude,
both the last two
sounds
times
so
that we
fun.
did that, I was on the top of the leaderboard by a good like 20-30%.
That's usually
It's
me.
all those video games, bro.
Usually me.
I always get stuck on the shitty team. Like
Yeah,
I
you
get
do.
stuck with like the
But
special
even
people.
still, your score is way lower than mine.
Well, yeah,
Got him.
because I'm stuck with special people.
Well, just be better. Then you can carry the special people.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Be a leader.
Hey Trace, can you hand me a
Really?
beer?
Yeah.
You don't have to hand it to me. Well, you might actually be able to hand it to me. Whoosh. Whoosh.
Red Bull.
Thank you, sir.
Haven't had one of those in a month either.
Love Red Bull.
No Red Bull, no alcohol.
Actually,
No, if you have caffeine, you might just start bleeding everywhere.
I actually
I
have
drink
been,
a lot of coffee.
Oh, well, then I guess you're fine.
I've been pretty crazy about Full Throttle. I think they make it pretty good.
They make pretty
energy
good.
drink.
The blue
yeah,
one
yeah,
is the
yeah,
only
full
one that
throttle.
I like. The black one, like the default one, I never really liked.
I like most of it. Like Amp. I love Amp. I think that's like Mountain Dew.
Like default amp is good, yeah.
Red Bull. I don't know why, but
I've seen everybody
Love
going crazy
Red Bull.
for those bangs.
Bangs.
Yeah.
Bangs not
Yeah.
bad.
Have you had
There's
that? They are
certain-
I haven't
so-
tried one of
Bangs
them.
pretty
Well, yeah,
good.
last
So
time
good.
Brendan was on number 2 of the day. I was like, you're gonna.
Well,
die of
and then
heart
that's the other
attack.
thing is
Kinda
that they
needed it.
have just as much shit in them as like a Red Bull does, but they're
Right.
like 3 times the size of a normal Red Bull.
Cotton candy.
Yeah.
But also, I think one thing that sets them apart
There's no
is
calories.
they're clear. Like if you look at the
Oh, really?
nutrition, it says there's like nothing in it. Yeah, no matter what flavor you get, they're all clear.
Huh.
There's like
Yeah,
no
they're all-
extra.
It's just like
A lot of people
flavoring
use them
with
as like a
little energy.
pre-workout.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
best actually thing what I learned
well, they
is
sell them at GNC.
when you work
is
out
where they're
is
popular.
to have it after you work out.
And there's like creatine and all that shit in it, essentially.
Yep.
But honestly, they're delicious.
There's creatine in it. You should probably avoid that.
They're
That shit's
delicious, and I felt
dangerous.
the effects.
Meh,
They're delicious.
they are good. They're pretty
Cotton
tasty.
candy. Oh,
Nope, don't like it.
oh, love it.
Oh, I was waiting. Brendan, I about punched you.
Okay, queso, chips and queso.
Sounds
So,
bomb.
Oh,
my
that sounds
one
delicious.
thought.
It does sound bomb.
Oh,
Anybody
All
want
right,
to go to
pause the
Applebee's?
podcast. We're gonna go get some queso real quick.
Yeah.
I would go to Applebee's, but those motherfuckers got rid of sliders. So
Fuck 'em.
fuck them.
Fuck
Applebee's.
Applebee's, bitch. You're back on the call-out list.
Applebee's, we're calling you
keep-
out
keep
until you
going.
bring sliders back.
Come on, Applebee's.
No
Bring that
slider
shit
having
back.
ass
Yeah,
bitch.
motherfuckers. Oh wait, hey, where's our cussing jar?
We
gotta
need to
put,
set
like,
up
a
one of those
quarter.
That'd
Visa
be
credit
bad.
cards, like the commercial that we saw 1,600 times when we were watching the fights the other day. Where the dude's watching the game and he's like,
I thought you were
His
going
wife's
off
in the other room.
cuss jar thing, and we need a Visa credit card in order to put into it.
yeah. Well, no, they had a thing where it's like you can easily transfer money or whatever. So it's like his wife was in the other room, doing whatever on her machine, and she hears him yelling at the game, and then she sees on her phone like a bunch of push notifications about how like $1 is added to the game swear jar or whatever,
Oh.
or virtual swear jar is what it was called. So she walks in and she's like,
So is
gives
it
him a
like?
disapproving look,
So wait, is that like
and then he just
the
pushes
phone is listening to him cuss, and then it's
No.
automatically
No,
He
she
had
pulling
to,
it
he had
out?
to press
Here.
a button to do the transfer,
Oh, okay.
but it was like a Visa thing.
I gotcha.
So that's the only reason why I said Visa. But yeah,
I don't have
I just
cable,
need
so I never see commercials at all.
Well,
so
no,
I don't
I
know
mean,
any of this.
Yeah,
shit.
I don't know that Trace has cable either.
No, I don't.
That was off your
Yeah, but he's got an
stick, wasn't
Fire
it?
antenna.
stick.
Even like I watch YouTube and Netflix, and that is it.
1 sec.
That's pretty much it for me as well. I don't usually. What in the
Is
what
that a nut
God's
sack?
name is that? Can we show that?
Looks like a nut sack.
Can we show that? We can't show that. There's no way we can show that.
Is that a nut sack?
It's not a nut sack. We still can't show it. But still,
They did as hell.
can't show that.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely not a nut sack, but it ain't far.
Yeah, it might as well be because it's still
Have
not
you
going
seen
on.
Star Wars
and I
Episode
started
7? Because
dying.
that's damn near close.
Oh
Or
my
no, 8.
God.
Sorry, not 7.
I did not see 8.
Holy
I saw
shit.
7.
You-
7 was
all right,
too much.
7 was
Hot
better.
take alert.
All right. Well,
7 was too much fan service for me.
First,
100%.
first and foremost,
And 8 was not enough.
the Star Wars character that fucked me up was that pink dude with like the 2 ponytail skin ass things coming off the back of his head.
with the beard.
The Jedi.
From which
No,
from which
Jedi.
movie?
I don't know.
The Clone
It was just like,
I think it
and
was
he
the
had
Clone
2
Wars,
pink-
actually.
No.
let me look. He's
Well,
got a name. I know he's got a
No,
name.
his name is Bib Fortuna, and he's in Episode 6. He's Jabba's like right hand man.
Yeah,
Uh,
sounds
uh,
right.
Oh,
Yep.
that guy?
Oh,
I don't
yep.
know.
I know who you're talking about.
Yep, that's
I'm thinking the guy.
That guy.
Oh, yeah. Never
Let me
mind.
see. Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
oh,
You said
what's
he's
the name
pink.
of the?
Oh, I
He did
thought
say
no,
pink,
that's a
but-
different guy. That's a different guy than
I
what
know
we're
what
talking
you're
about.
thinking
No,
of.
you're
Yeah.
thinking of like
He's
a Twi'lek.
He's
yeah.
got the pointy head.
Yeah,
What's the-
and then
tell you
okay.
what,
Oh
tiny
no,
white
he
beard.
doesn't.
No.
He doesn't have things. You're thinking of
No.
Kiadi Mundi.
Yes.
The one
Who
that I'm
is the
thinking
guy
of
with the
has
beard?
like braids down
Is
the back
the one
of
with
his
the
head.
double brain.
That's green.
Yes.
Yes.
No, not
Yeah.
the double brain. Double brain.
The guy with the green.
No, I know. I'm saying Kiadi
braids
Mundi,
and
the one that
the-
he was saying. That's Kit Fisto.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
He is by far the most badass
Which-
Jedi in my
which one?
opinion.
The one I'm thinking.
I'm just trying to think
Which
of
one are you
Battlefront 2
thinking of?
heroes.
The one, not that guy, but
The
the one
original
that has the
Battlefront 2, not the
braids
shitty one.
down the back of his head.
That's the.
Like the braids or the dreads.
The dreads type.
And he's green.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and he smiles a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Kit Fisto.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Doesn't he die in that? In the,
Yes, they all
he-
die.
He
Well,
Kit
Do
Fisto
you even
dies.
Star Wars lore, bro?
Oh,
Kit
he-
Fisto dies when they go to confront the Chancellor with him and Mace and 2 other ones.
Oh yeah.
And yeah.
Oh, Kiadi
and
Mundi is the one who
and
gets
and he
gunned
kills
down.
like 3 of them right away,
Yeah.
and then fights Mace. Yeah, Kiadi Mundi is the one they're running on a bridge, and he stop. They stop. And
Order
he,
66,
Like,
yeah.
Yep.
Come on.
And he gets
Yeah.
What are you
Yep.
doing?
well.
Go ahead.
My parents just sent me something. Said, thought of you. Looks like Post cereal is making a Sour Patch Kids cereal.
Gross.
Sounds
That's-
incredible.
sounds terrible.
You
Why
want
don't you just make
but-
in the
sour
morning?
fruity
Milk?
pebbles and just
Speaking
get it over
of
with?
Post cereal, I found out that Post stopped making Waffle Crisp.
What?
This was like a couple months
I've
ago, and
heard
I
of
don't
that.
know.
I thought they did
Like,
it a long time
They
ago,
fucking
but
better
it,
not have.
Waffle Crisp was the best cereal ever
It-
made.
Chris is getting
is-
heated.
No, I am too. It's
you
fucking
you had them on
bullshit.
your fridge. It's my
fuck?
favorite cereal, hands down.
Hey,
Waffle.
Post,
And they stopped making.
We're
apparently.
calling yo
And
asses
so I went
out.
to 3 different grocery
You
stores last
know
week,
waffle.
and they did
But
not.
no-
fucking
Cereal
have
having
it.
no,
ass
this
bitches.
motherfuckers.
this happened a while ago because
It was a couple months
It-
ago.
it
I
Probably has
couldn't look
cancer
up,
in
but-
it,
no,
and that's
but
why
like
they got
a
rid
long
of it.
time
No,
ago.
it just wasn't
Like-
selling as well, even though it's the best fucking
Years
cereal
ago.
there
Hey,
is.
how about
That's
you
because
try
it's
putting
a
it back in
different
grocery
generation.
stores and maybe people would fucking buy it
Right?
again instead
Yeah.
of having to get it from fucking
It's
Amazon.
way better
Exactly.
than Cookie Crisp. We need to open a goddamn store that has all this shit that's 3D Doritos. You remember those?
No.
No.
What the fuck is that?
Oh
That's
my
why nobody-
land.
Did you just hold up a nacho cheese and a Cool Ranch bag next to each other and put glasses on? That's what it sounds like.
I'm colorblind. I
You don't
can't
remember
see that.
3D
I know what you're
Doritos?
Did it come in a
No.
purple bag?
No, it came in
No,
like
they
a
still
little
those are the fiery ones, and those are
Oh.
out now.
There's little cups
right here, boys. 3D Doritos.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
No.
Yeah, I remember
see.
those.
Oh, I do.
You
I
remember
do
like
remember.
Ah,
the
yeah.
different
Yes,
colored
those
ketchup
are-
and
yes,
shit
yes,
too?
yes.
Like the
Oh,
green
purple-
ketchup.
the purple
yeah,
ketchup?
Purple ketchup.
I saw a bottle
Disgusting.
of green ketchup
It was ketchup.
at the store yesterday.
Still, I'm not. I want red
Still,
ketchup.
the
I don't want
Nickelodeon
purple
slime ketchup. Yeah,
Slime ketchup.
yeah, the Nickelodeon green one.
Yeah,
Gross.
like we need to bring all this shit back and open a grocery store. I bet we
I
would
am
sell.
so are we gonna
mad
sell,
about the
We're
fucking
gonna sell
Waffle Crisp?
Vault as well.
I
Yes,
loved
Vault, dude.
Yeah, what happened to that?
Coke's attempt
Coke's
at Mountain
the
Dew.
best.
They just killed it, and they're like, "No, Mellow Yellow's Mountain Dew now." And I was like, "You are a goddamn liar. It is not the same." No, Waffle Crisp was my shit, dude.
Waffle
Like,
Same.
Crisp was
so here's the
amazing.
thing:
I
that
ate
must
that
be
all the
it must be
time.
karma because it's you have to have conservation of energy, right? Because I about twice a year for 2 or 3 years in a row tweeted at posts. Like I hate when people like tweet at a
Yeah,
company
yeah.
and tag them at. I did this twice a year, and I was like, listen, we've put a man on the moon, we've done all these other things, all these technological advances, but you still can't make a bag that goes in your Fruity Pebbles box that doesn't rip down the middle every time I try to open it. Are you fucking kidding me?
There's a lot of
And
things to that.
I did this like a total of, I think, 6 or 7 tweets total. And I have some Fruity Pebbles at home right now, and I opened the bag today, actually. I went home for lunch to upload the episode 7. And I decided I'll just have a bowl of cereal while I'm here because it's quick. And it did not tear down the middle. So apparently they fixed that problem, but in order to do that, they had to kill Waffle Crisp.
So let me blow your mind then real quick. The last time I bought cereal was a bag of Fruity Pebbles.
It's still in your fridge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actual branded
With
Fruity Pebbles?
Branded
Yes.
Fruity Pebbles.
Where'd you
posted
get it?
Fruity
Fridge.
Pebbles.
Yourself on the
Walmart.
Oh, okay.
And it has a resealable zipper on top. The same as like the malto meal stuff.
Yeah.
Hey,
Imagine that. What a fucking concept, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of cream of rice?
Yes.
Is that a cereal?
sounds like
no,
tapioca.
it's like
Okay, I was hoping it wasn't because that sounds
yeah.
terrible.
It's like
It's
cream of chicken
disgusting.
or cream of mushroom. It's like a soup, right?
no, it
Oh.
comes in
No,
a
it's
box.
cereal.
And you,
It's like
yeah,
malto
it's
meal.
like yeah, it's like
Oh,
malto
okay.
meal. I thought it was so disgusting.
So, I know you're internet guy, but I'm heated over here now.
Fuck the rules.
Did you look up Waffle Crisp?
Someone said it's Waffle
Dun,
Crisp.
dun,
So
dun,
bad.
dun.
Waffle Crisp is a breakfast cereal made by Post Foods, which contains maple syrup flavored corn cereal bits in a waffle shape.
Chris.
It was first launched in
Where's that
1996. In
Holy shit.
2013, Post introduced a lower priced version of the
The
cereal
Good Mornings.
Waffle Crunch as part of their Good
Yeah.
Morning
Boo.
line
And
of
I
budget
did. It
cereals.
was just as good.
Was it?
Yes, it
Okay.
was.
All right. All right.
Because for the longest time,
What was it?
Walmart had that, but they didn't have actual Waffle Crisp. But they same fucking thing. But keep
Right.
reading, Joel.
That was it.
That was it.
Just a quick excerpt.
It didn't talk about how it's discontinued now.
But it looks like you can buy cereal on Amazon.
Yeah. For now, look at all buying options. It's like $1,200 fucking dollars.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. It's
Because
like
it's
the cans of
discontinued.
Tab or whatever the hell the energy
A
drink was.
cereal is $1,200.
Yeah, it's because people are stupid. Like
But you
when
get
people
3
were
boxes
selling
of
their,
it.
Yeah, it's only $400 a box. It's like when people were selling their iPhones when it had Flappy Bird on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
What a time to be
Or
alive
how
that
people are
was.
trying to sell Pokemon cards.
I want to real quick go back to the conversation about skate days, only to say that I was not here when I was a child, so all of that conversation went straight
this-
over my head.
Pisses me off.
Let me continue reading after Joel stopped from the Wikipedia article. According to a customer service at Post Foods, Waffle Crisp was discontinued in August of 2018.
Wow, way to be thorough with your internet readings.
What the
That's why
fuck?
Matt's internet
You're
man.
gonna get rid of it this year?
Literally, I'm reading. What
It's
he
got to be
read
this
and
year, some year, Trace. I mean, eventually it's got to go away.
Well, that's what I said.
I'm going to tweet
Are
it
you going to
real
time
quick.
travel forward 2 months just to see if maybe they didn't discontinue Waffle Crisp to call back to Brendan's, oh, I want to have a Joel thought real quick.
External links.
What?
Post cereal discontinued products.
I'm talking shit about how you're like, oh, I'm just going to drop this Joel thought on you at the end of the podcast, even though you already said we were supposed to be done. 40 minutes
Which
later.
one do you think it is? All right. Hey, did any of you lose? Do you have Cox? Any of you?
I do, yes.
So
I don't have cable, though.
So I was
I have
talking.
internet.
I was talking to Trace and Brendan, and
That's not it. Just search post, not post. Post.
Saturday I lost like all internet and TV for like. It ended up being 2.5 hours. When I
What
called,
time?
Like 4:30
In the afternoon?
Cocksuckers. Cox?
Right,
We're calling you out.
Cocksuckers.
right when football was on,
Ah.
I was coming home. I was like, dude, I'm gonna sit and watch football. And then I called, and they kept
Just a little.
They kept saying like
Take a step back next time.
estimated time
Good
is
call.
8:07 p.m. I was like, so I got to go 4 hours without football, and I pay for this. And I
Yep.
kept reaching out, talking to people. I was like, pissed, talking to all these Cox Communications people. 8:07 projected time, like freaking 6 o'clock. It ended up kicking on, and I was like, oh hallelujah. But in that moment, like me not being a phone or TV guy, with it being Saturday, like my day off, nothing to do. All I wanted to do was sit and watch football, and that was not available. I was heated. I was looking at so many other options for TV and everything else.
He
I
was
was
so pissed.
like, I made multiple contacts to Cox, letting him know how mad I was
All right,
for
Joel.
how
so
much I pay for
I would
what
do
I
it.
got.
I would do it again and be like, "Hey, motherfucker, I want something off."
All right. So, Joel, I'm going to give you a unique perspective here because I am in IT, and I am not a service provider, and I do not work for a service provider. But the way that our network's set up is kind of like a service provider. So I have a unique perspective. If it took that long for your internet and shit to come back, somebody hit a pole somewhere or cut a cable. Like, and you're lucky that you got it back in 2 hours.
But when I looked at it on Twitter, also timeout. I have Verizon, and my phone started acting like shit.
Yeah, somebody definitely hit a cable or something. If multiple services are having problems at the same time, somebody somewhere got really happy with a backhoe and cut some fiber.
Because the same time, also, people from Oklahoma and Arizona were contacting Cox Help, trying to figure out why they had no connection.
There was a fiber cut somewhere. That's absolutely what happened.
And
it was probably
everyone was heated.
They don't really do a lot here still or anymore, but they used to do a lot
Cox.
here. But
Cut cable.
yeah, no, somebody cut a cable somewhere, or if there were, and it probably wasn't even Cox's fault. Here's another thing that'll blow your mind, Joel. Cox, they might provide internet to you, but somebody has to provide internet to them. They're not a tier 1 provider.
Fuck Cox.
So if the person who probably
Mind
level
blown.
3, yeah, probably level 3, if they have a problem, and I say level 3 only because they have probably the largest network in the U.S. for backbone. So if anybody has a problem, it's usually level 3's problem, and it just trickles down to everybody else.
Bullshit.
So, no, not bullshit. It happens.
Bullshit.
Are you talking about trickle down economics?
Yeah,
bullshit?
that.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not talking
okay.
about
I was like, no, dude, I this is
that.
what I do
know.
for a living,
I know.
man.
I wasn't talking about that.
No, if level 3 has a fiber cut in Chicago, there was a level 3 fiber cut in like Fairfax, Virginia, or something like that, and it just fucked our shit up for like a whole night. And like they were like, all right, well, we're gonna try to fix it. We don't really know what's going on yet. And then they like had people on site and they were updating our ticket or whatever, and they were like, yep, fiber cut here. There's a construction crew nearby. We're going to go ask one of the people standing around to see if they know what happened. Like, oh,
Yeah,
nobody really there
genius.
knows what it is, but they called the foreman, and it turns out somebody was fucking using a backhoe. It's always a backhoe. It's never any other kind of equipment. It's never like a car, because like when a car hits a pole and it pulls the cable out or whatever, then it's like that's pretty easy to fix. But it's almost always some dude with a backhoe. And there's a joke. It's like a I've seen a comic form of it, but there is a joke where it's like a network engineer is stranded on a desert island. What do you bring with you? It's like, oh, I'll bring like a little length of fiber and I'll bury it, because then somebody with a backhoe will show up to dig it up, and then I'll be rescued. Like, it's that every time. It's almost guaranteed. It's some douchebag with some heavy equipment, just like there was one. No, actually, that fiber cut most recently wasn't even a backhoe. It was. Have you ever seen them with the big ditch witch piece of equipment that they're like boring
Yep.
like a
Trencher.
pipe? Yeah, it was one of those. Somebody just right through a fucking conduit that had all this fiber in it. It was like a 200 pair.
How did it sound
or-
when he did it?
It was like a 200 pair fiber or something like that. Something major, and they just ruined it, soiled it, and they
Soiled it.
yeah did not even give a fuck. So they just bored right through it. And they're like, oh, whatever. It's kind of like what happened to the M's Pub thing. The people, I mean, to be fair, that was MUD's fault because they didn't locate properly. But
Yeah.
they were trenching for fiber for Verizon. They're like, well, right through this gas line that nobody knew it was there. Yeah.
How do you not know it's there?
But, well, fucking MUD, man. Because they went to arbitration. It's like the city or somebody, I don't remember who was originally, they were like suing the contractor, and the contractor was like, dude, it was totally not us. It was MUD, because we went based on their locate, and their locate was wrong. So it's their fault. And then like it went to court, and it was like, yep, it's MUD's fault.
And they have to pay for everything.
This building that they might not even be able to save now, and is
Right.
part of Omaha's history, is because MUD was like, and it took them like an hour to shut off the gas too, because
Oh, it took
nobody knew where it
forever.
was.
Yeah, it took forever.
Nobody had any idea. They're like, oh, maybe it's this valve. Nope, still fucking flaming out the shit. Don't know where it is. They finally figured out
what
where
was
it was.
that? Flaming out the shit?
Flaming out the shit. You can copyright
Well, that's
that
interesting.
or something. Take that to the bank.
Put it on a T-shirt.
Yeah. I opened my
Flaming
phone, and
out
that was
the
what was
shit.
open already.
Flaming
So I
out
was
the
like, oh,
shit.
here we go.
Chris Morris.
2018.
Put the little dash.
So I had this thought on my way here.
Oh, my.
Joel's thought.
Where's the?
Doot,
Where's,
doot.
there it is.
Oh, wait, hold on. This is, now it's time for a Joel thought.
It's nothing crazy. Pretty
Okay.
Okay,
Pretty-
here
okay.
we go.
pretty civil tonight.
I already have my sleeves rolled up. I can't. And this.
So
Bill
I've
Rams.
come to realize, especially in Omaha, driving around, because
People suck at driving.
I stopped and got Little Caesars on the way here. But as I was leaving, there's a big thing at the Burger King in Miller that said hiring day, this and that, yada yada. Fast food is always hiring in Omaha. If you had to work in a fast food joint in Omaha, what joint would you work at?
I'd call McLovin. He'd make me a manager.
If I had to work in
like,
any fast
but
food
like
joint,
money aside, as far as like working for some sort of restaurant or like
Lena's.
would you have a preference on fast food that you would work for? And I don't want to delve into is this like fast food or not fast food.
Actually,
I think just like the
something,
basic.
something simple, I guess. something that's not like
Raising
like
Cane's.
that.
yeah.
It's
Raising
just
Cane's.
chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or KFC. Like it's stupid simple.
Just basic.
Yeah.
I feel like
As-
even Arby's because they don't
As
really have
somebody
a
who's
large
worked in the
menu.
restaurant industry, Chick-fil-A,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
because they are
easy as
closed
shit.
on Sundays. And I have worked every unless I've requested it off for a specific reason. I've worked every Sunday for the last.
But could you be
fucking
that
9
cheeky
years.
and nice
Chick-fil-A
with people? Oh, my pleasure.
Oh no, he
You
would
were
be
I'll
in
be
the back.
glad to
You
serve
no,
know,
you.
you
It's a
can't work on the
mindset.
back. You got to work out front.
Nobody stated that.
What if you
That's
come
true.
out of the back?
If that's the case,
And
I'm going
someone
to go
tries to greet you.
jobless. I'm going to go jobless because I'm not going to work out front.
So what
Fuck
if?
that.
All right. So let's say you work in the back. You come
Free
out of the
loader.
back. You need to go out and do something, and someone tries to talk to you.
No, at Chick-fil-A, nobody in the back of house has to do anything in front of
I've
house.
had a
Even
lot
But
of
no, what
I
if you
do
didn't
that
come out to
today.
do anything? You just came out to
I've
like,
had a
hey,
lot
I'm
of
on
people
break.
that work
Someone
at
says something.
Chick-fil-A.
I do that
They don't say
every
my
day that I
pleasure.
work now.
They
Yeah,
don't
but
say
you
it all
don't.
the
They're
time.
not. You're not required to say.
My
oh,
pleasure
every
to
time
serve
I,
you. They say it every time I'm there.
Yeah, every time I've been to Chick-fil-A,
certain
I get like a weird,
circumstances.
like culty feel
I've had
about it.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
100%.
So I thought about
I
that
just
on my
don't
way
want to
Hey,
here.
work fucking
I was
you
like,
have to go to
Sundays anymore.
church
Chick-fil-A
on
would
Sundays.
Chick-fil-A would be awesome. The
They
way
don't
it's
require their
clean
employees
They
cut
to
do.
and
church.
everything.
Oh,
but
they do? What do they? They make
honestly,
the pastor sign their slip
Let Joel
saying they
talk.
went
I'm
this
interested
week?
in what he's saying.
If
I
you
don't
sign,
believe that.
sign my slip, please.
And, okay, I am ordained, so I can sign my own slip legally.
Oh,
if you were
Boom, bitch.
if you were to ask me, I think the ultimate place because I thought about Chick-fil-A, I thought about Jimmy John's, but with
Yeah.
how fast and like the pressure, fuck that.
well,
think,
with Jimmy John's, it depends on how much you like pot.
I honestly think the ultimate like fast food place to work would be Little Caesars.
Well, fuck, all you do is make
Pizza
pizza.
is
All you do is
very
make
easy.
pizza, and you just hang out, everyone
Yeah,
together.
but I agree with him.
Make
If
sure
you're
there's
up
plenty of
front with
pizza.
Raising Cane's, you ain't doing anything. You're standing there going, "Oh, you want tea? Here you go. Here's tea."
would you like ice in your cup?
Yeah, like that's
yeah, but
about it.
Cane's has the weird
Actually-
ice.
Actually,
I love that ice. It's like Sonic's ice.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they give you a fucking cup full of
Yeah,
it.
it's like
That's perfect.
fuck
I
that
usually
shit.
If you're
just
getting tea,
I take it.
here's 11
and
and a
then
half
I walk
ounces
over
of
and I
ice
pour it
and
out.
everyone
half an ounce
everyone
of
dumps
tea.
out. Okay, but so a lot of the times when people go to restaurants, myself included, like fast food, and they're like name for the order, I make up a name, something wild.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
I started doing that
Bartholomew.
because when I try to spell my name to people, they still get it wrong.
Right.
How do you
Same.
misspell trace?
So
TRIC.
yeah,
I don't know. You tell me.
so
Yep.
I
I knew about that. We have both.
when I worked for the city of Omaha, a coworker and I went to that Raising Cane's on 72nd Dodge, and we walked in, and he was like, "What name are you gonna put?" Usually, I would give my coworker's name, and it fucks us both up.
Yeah.
But
Had that
he
done
asked
to
me. He asked me, and I was like, "I'm gonna say Raphael." Fresh hot chicken for Raphael. Someone that ordered it just before we were about to order, and I was like, "Holy hell!" Like, I was trying to make up some random ass name, and someone named Raphael just ordered chicken. That blew my mind.
Somebody's following you because they know you do this, and
I
their
was gonna
job
say,
is
trying to get free chicken.
Or were they just really quick and had yours ready right
Well,
away?
Conspiracy.
or they've incepted
well,
you.
no,
Yeah.
I used
Watch
it.
out for Leonardo
dick.
DiCaprio.
I used a different name, but conspiracy theory. God knew that I was going to do that anyway, so he tried to predetermine my test.
Now you're
God's just trolling you.
I'm
It's like, huh.
Raphael, you feel like chicken today.
He turns to Michael and he's like, "Hey, fucking watch this. I'm gonna make the guy before him say Raphael,
You mean Mikhail?
Mikhail,
I hate that shit.
or Peter,
Mikhail.
Saint Peter."
Peter.
Pater.
penis.
Pater.
Nope, that's no.
Peter.
Pumpkin eater.
Okay, have you seen? All right, Trace, you said you don't watch Rick and Morty. Any of you watch Rick and Morty?
No,
I've seen
and
the
here's
first two
why.
seasons.
Yeah.
Can I specify why? I
Yes,
do?
you
No.
May, you may interject.
No.
Okay, so I watched all of the first season. Great show, funny. The reason I don't watch it anymore
Because
is
of the fans.
because of the fan base.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that
Yeah.
you are going to be one of those crazy ass fans, but there are too many people
What's-
running through public places yelling,
What's that way up? What's
No,
that way up there?
I'm not into it.
See,
What
Can't
is
do
that
it.
way up there? Chris on his high horse? There he is.
hey,
why don't
Chris,
you
come
step on down,
Am I on
buddy?
the call out list? Is that-
So no,
Call-out list.
I'm not super fan. I just think it's like crazy different compared to what's out there.
No,
And-
I'm fine with it.
But
It's a good
anyway,
show. Mr. Meeseeks is great.
so the episode that was on last night,
On,
Morty
You guys
has
gonna think I'm really weird. What the fuck is this show about?
It's a good show. You should check
It
it out.
is a kid and his drunk grandpa going on adventures.
In space.
you,
and
throughout
you would
space
honestly
and
probably
time.
love it.
Perfect.
So anyway, Morty has a little
Probably
baby
a little
with
bit
some
better if you're high
robot
as
thing.
fuck while you're watching it.
Yeah.
They go off to some planet to find who made it,
I'm
yada
out on
yada,
that.
and then they get picked up.
Was
by,
it the one that
they
was all cobs?
go up with the robots? No, it's the ladies who like rule the entire whatever. And
Sounds like
it's
Futurama.
it's like the ladies, and then she's like, "Oh, you think you guys are so cool? You complimented my top. My top is made by," and she holds the antagonist Mark Jacobs, and they're like, "Mark Jacobs, that's the fuck. What is it? It's like that's the name of the penis. 2 names of the penis, and the way she says it is just fucking hilarious.
Oh my god.
2 names of the penis.
Never seen it.
So it's like Futurama and a little bit Family Guy and a little bit Doctor Who, which you may not ever know about. But like the whole traveling through
bizarre.
space and time at whim, on a whim thing is definitely
And like
a
doing
Doctor Who thing.
anything, whatever possible.
Joel, you should definitely look up like gameplay videos of the game VR Accounting.
VR accounting.
It is a
VR accounting.
It's a VR video game like for the Oculus and Vive, but it's made by Justin Roiland.
Oh, okay.
He was one of the writers on it, and he's the writer of
What's it called?
Rick
VR
and Morty.
accounting.
VR Accounting.
On-
Just
So
Justin Roiland
does
created.
this guy like bust
and
out a
Morty.
window and jump out of it because he's sick and tired doing math?
no, it's. I mean,
Math.
you're not overly far
I never
off,
get tired of doing
but,
math.
I know. I'll never get tired of doing math.
Heyo.
but it is very much like the same style of humor.
I wish people would
as,
stop burping into their mic.
I know.
Rick and Morty.
So on top of the VR concept, NFL or NBA Game Pass, I think it was. I saw a commercial for something. They are doing VR, I think, for the games. So you can sit with your Oculus headset on and watch a game like courtside and like look all around and watch the game. I think that is insane. Because they were talking about like the Oculus, I think it was like $2.99 or $3.99, whatever. But if you pay that and you get to like stream the games and sit there like you're right up front, I think that would be incredible. If they did that for like football games
But
where they
how would
put
that
you in a
work?
The
seat,
question is, do you really want to sit there for 2-3 hours?
but it would be the
with a
same as
headset
if
on,
you bought
'cause-
a ticket to the game, but you're sitting at home.
Have
and
you ever
in your
done
own
any
comfort.
So
VR
can I-
stuff?
A little bit, yes.
Okay. Do you get motion sick
mean,
at all from it?
No, it'll
No.
probably fuck
Because
your
there are
eyes
some
if
people
you're doing
that
it for that
there are
long.
some people that it affects them bad, especially if you're standing up and like moving around kind of stuff.
So I've done one where it's like a jet doing like a flyover, and he does like a barrel roll type shit. And the moment he does it, I'm like, holy hell! Like,
Yeah.
you feel like you're,
Well, and
you
kinda
know you're
start
standing,
moving
fall on
kinda
your
thing,
face.
yeah.
you know you're standing up, but in your mind you are upside fucking down, cruising over these trees, and you're like, holy.
Have you
shit.
seen the video of the dude? It's like in a demo in a mall or something.
Yeah.
And he's like he starts to fall and he just breaks everything. Like he like tries to catch himself, but then like because of the way that he catches himself and like his body knows that he's not moving anywhere, but his brain is still telling
He's
him
like-
he's falling. He just like loses his balance, like stumbles forward and just right into the fucking
Oh
TV.
shit!
Oh man, it's great.
That'd be so funny.
I feel like most people buy the VR headsets. They get into the ecosystem because they're like, they see games like VR Accounting or
Job Simulator is
or
another
Job
great
Simulator,
one.
or I Expect You to Die, or whatever.
Yep.
All of those, and then like 70% of the time they just use it for porn. Because
Probably
apparently
ain't
VR
wrong.
porn is where it's at. Apparently,
You ain't wrong.
I don't have a VR
Jesus.
any VR headset at all, but apparently
Matt
VR porn
does.
is where it's at. Do you have a VR
I do
setup?
have a VR
Oh,
headset.
which one do you have?
It's just the
Is it the Samsung one?
Samsung, the Gear VR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does Pornhub VR work?
What
on
did
the-
I miss?
Yes, it does.
Oh, all right. Interesting. I have an old Galaxy S7.
Oh Jesus!
Huh.
You're missing talking about porn with.
Yeah, we're talking about porn, VR porn specifically.
There you go.
Have you tried it?
No.
You should.
I guess it's where it's at.
Brendan is uncomfortable suddenly.
I'm scared. I feel funny in my pants.
This is actually Brendan's fetish, talking about porn with friends.
You said porn, and I got all weird.
He's like, ugh.
I got all tingly.
He did say he made some mistakes earlier with thinking with his second head. So
Oh, yeah, that's true. Thinking with a little head.
Cut this part.
Did this have to do with the
part.
treadmill?
Nope, this gets to stay.
yes,
Ooh.
yes, it does.
Suddenly, I am uncomfortable.
Wait, what happened with the treadmill?
I don't know.
Turns out we're getting a treadmill.
No, already has. Do you,
Well,
you already
it's
have
not
it, or
there
she
yet.
bought? Oh, she
bought it.
She
today.
spent the
She
money to
said,
get it.
we got a
Did she get
treadmill.
it from Amazon?
Yeah, and I was like, well, she was thinking about putting it in the room in the basement. Well, our ceilings are so fucking low. I was like, well, can you
As soon as you
stand on it and
yeah.
still clear the ceiling? I'm sure she could, but
You,
I
you're-
can't stand on the
You gotta
fucking
hunch
carpet.
over.
and
You
clear
Guess
gotta-
what's going
you
in
gotta
your
full
garage?
Yeah.
But
Well, maybe
you
I'll put it in the room upstairs. I'm like,
You
oh,
wanna know what
The
great.
detached garage.
super
It'd be
funny
cold as
about
hell, and
that.
then you're trying to run on a treadmill.
Well, you
It'll
best
warm me
figure
up.
it out because I ain't
Uninsulated.
taking it apart and putting it back together
Okay.
twice.
But
it's
what-
going in one place.
Oh, I have a story about that.
What's super funny about that is how she's like, about a treadmill. I don't even have exercise shoes. You better run barefoot then.
Yeah,
she's gonna put her chucks on and go to work.
I do not recommend doing any sort of physical labor in chucks.
A lot of people
You
work out
strike
in
me
them.
as the guy that would work out in chucks.
I have tried.
A lot of people.
It's not good.
So do you call skateboarding physical labor?
A lot of people
That's
do it
different.
in chucks.
Is it though?
Like chucks are specifically made.
was a
With
skater
skateboarding, you
boy.
could
She
wear
said
any
she
shoes
didn't
with a
know
There's
skateboard.
there's
It's
no
the
there's
sandpaper.
no arch support in
the
chucks.
deck.
No.
Chucks
No.
are just
No,
flat
but people
foot.
work out in them.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
mean, so are
but-
these.
Yeah, idiots.
People
These
also
are these are the Vans version of chucks, basically.
people
They
also
don't
work
know.
out in Nike like their combat boots.
We
But
call
they're
those
like,
people
but the
fucktards.
sporty boots
Those have
arch
some
support.
sort of.
Yes,
Call them
agreed.
idiots.
But I think that
Fucking
well,
idiot.
Now, have you ever seen somebody working out in Uggs?
I've seen Indians working out in flip flops and jeans.
That's
at the
not what I
goddamn-
asked, but okay.
what
At-
kind
at
of
Hyper.
Indians?
Actual Indians, not Native.
I've
Oh.
actually seen
Oh.
flip flops and jeans.
Hey!
Fuck, Matt. What's the
I'm like,
time?
Jesus is walking down the street. What are we
Matt,
doing?
what's the time?
That's about 105-ish.
105.
Sorry.
And
You
what-
a-
Something.
Oh, no,
You
sorry.
asked, I
10-
delivered.
108.
What?
What are you editing out?
Wasn't paying attention.
The word that Joel just said.
I said there were people working out in flip flops and jeans, and I said Indians. I said what kind of Indians? And I said
God damn it.
right. Now they're pissed.
We're
I-
just saying the
I didn't mean.
difference.
That's how you tell.
What do you
trying
want
to
me to
be-
say? He's from Dubai, not
Or the
America?
fact that one is
I'm
from America
confused.
and one is from India.
Like, I'm confused. Like,
Not.
dude.
All right.
That's not how you tell, though. They're
Or
not
you-
just walking around.
No,
everyone
you
has
can-
dots
you
on
can
their
tell.
head.
Some
Or
of them
you
do.
just don't call them Indians. They're Native Americans.
Yes.
Oh,
Right.
my bad.
So actually, I have a bone
So
to pick
the Indian
with
and the
Christopher
Native
Columbus.
American. It was an Indian with.
With
Christopher
with
Columbus is on the call out list.
curry and no deodorant.
He got taken down in LA.
Stop fucking what?
He got taken down.
Oh,
He's
did he have
been
a statue?
dead-
yeah.
Who?
Okay, I was going to say he's been dead for like
No, yeah.
500 years.
Some hitman
Nah,
just now
yeah.
shot him.
Somebody just killed him.
He's just been hanging out in
Finally,
LA with
we-
Tupac, and he got shot.
Hey,
Chris
everybody,
said,
everybody,
"Stop."
we got him.
So
we got him.
He's dead. Kicks the door open.
Holy shit, that's funny.
No. So how?
You think he
So
wore
here's-
flip flops and jeans to
No.
work out?
No. Well, maybe
I would.
because Christopher Columbus is a fucking idiot. So here's
He didn't
forget
even find America.
no forget all the genocide, forget all the other bad shit that he did. Right. When he came to America, right, and he quote unquote found India.
America.
Everybody already knew, like, how big the Earth was. Like everybody already knew that. That was already a well-known fact
But
in
how?
the scientific community.
I find that hard to believe because we still have people that think the world is flat.
Well,
So
Yeah.
again, those people are
It
fucking
is.
idiots.
Have you ever seen The Edge?
Oh, so
Oh,
Boba Fett.
Bobo Fett.
Boba,
I know.
Boba.
I know it.
like Boba Tea.
Bobo China
Bobo
Fett.
China
Boba
Fett.
China Fett.
We gotta get him a headband or something.
Oh my
Bobo China Fett.
God.
Put a crab rangoon on his hand. Put a crab rangoon on his hand.
No, you just need to get a get like a menu from that place. And just like tape it to him.
Right in his hand.
Yeah, right there, right at the end of the gun. Just be like, here we go. This is where he's going
Bobo
for
China
dinner.
Fett.
No, Christopher
Real-
Columbus.
Real
had-
Omahans get it. Others
yeah,
don't.
hashtag gatekeeping.
We from Millard get
You
it.
want more
That's about it.
Yeah. because I don't get that shit. Although I'm not really in Omaha. Anyway, so everybody already knew, but he shows up and he's just like, oh, like nobody, like there's so many instances in my own life now in present day where it's like, how many people did this have to get through for this situation to be true? Like, he sailed on a boat, with wind, because that's how they had to do.
Said, all right, found it.
Right, exactly. He got to the U.S. from Spain and was like,
it wasn't even the U.S.
It wasn't a bag of farts.
And he wasn't like
that he's been collecting for years to sail.
And he was. It's just a giant whoopee cushion pushing his boat across the ocean. Just the whole time.
Holy shit.
We made it!
We're here!
And nobody was like,
And
wow,
with-
that didn't take as long as it should have.
And with a
Like,
few
nobody was like-
farts to spare.
Like, was he drunk when he started this thing?
Yeah,
Where he just like sailed in a straight line
Yeah,
and just
do
got
it.
there and was like, man, I thought we had to sail around some shit to get to India, but oh, well, fuck it, we're here.
Wait, time out. If I remember right, I think it was Discovery Channel made a show where a guy sails by himself. I don't know if it was like a record trying
Like actual like wind sailing?
Yeah, I think it was something like that. He tried to
off a
sail
bag of farts.
like to see how long it got across the Atlantic. Like a modern day type thing.
How
Right.
long did it take?
Probably as long as it took then because he was still using the same wind.
I don't remember.
Probably not far.
No, they had more powerful
Several
farts
months.
in 2013. Farts are more powerful than
Yes,
they were
because
back
Taco
then.
Bell has
Fact.
been invented since then.
Fact.
And Chipotle.
Fact.
Chipotle.
Qdoba and all the other burrito places. Firebirds, though. Has anybody been to this, like,
wait.
Texas?
Firebirds like the steak place?
Firebirds like the...
No.
Oh.
There's a burrito place in Texas. I don't know where else it exists, but it at least exists in Texas. Called Firebirds, and it's like Chipotle and Qdoba combined.
There's a place in
And it's
Colorado
very good.
called
It's expensive, but it's very good.
called Illegal Pete's. It's like
Illegal
Chipotle.
Pete's?
Yeah. And they do, like,
That's,
smothered,
wow, all right.
smothered burritos and stuff. Oh, it's just like Chipotle and Qdoba, but phenomenal.
Is it right next to a dispensary? Because it seems like the perfect place to put an illegal pizza.
There probably is one right next to it.
So let's just make... Oh, shit. Hey, Trace. Hit me up.
Smack.
Right off the chest.
I'm going to have to wait a minute.
I'm good.
I got mine right here.
Actually, thinking of that, did you see the story about the high school kids going to some dance or something, and they have their hands up?
Yeah.
Did you
Wherever
see
it
the
was,
kid
like 50 of them?
in the front?
Nope.
He had the
Oh, really?
OK symbol
Yep.
below his waist,
Yeah.
just smiling like this. And watching the news, and this lady's like, he has a white supremacist symbol.
Oh, they're still
below
on
his
that?
waist.
I
was
thought they
like-
gave up on that.
I said, what do you mean? You are so out of touch with high school kids?
Yeah.
Because if you
Well-
go to a high school and go like, if you make that symbol,
Yeah.
everybody's going to be like, oh, you got me.
If it's like, I think there's like a certain...
No, it's not.
way if
It's
you do it.
it's just always so. I think it actually started as a troll campaign on 4chan. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing something about this.
What's a 4chan?
Oh my god, the infamous hacker 4chan, where they're
What's
like
a troll?
the OK symbol, this for the camera here. I think there's a thread on 4chan where it's like, let's turn this into this thing. Let's turn this into a white supremacy symbol because everybody knows that 4chan is just full of white supremacists, even though they say a lot of shit like that, but you really can't take anything that happens on 4chan seriously. Like, you can't. Like, nothing that happens there. There's a small minority that people who actually
But do you
probably
guys
actually
remember
believe
doing
it.
that?
Is it like Kickstarter for...
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely.
memes?
This thing's
Yeah.
been around since the
I-
beginning of
yeah.
time.
I
Like,
do this
Yeah.
almost on a daily basis.
I was
Exactly.
doing it all the
Cassidy.
time.
Yeah.
Because I'll walk in, I'll
And it
just
was-
be walking like this,
Yeah.
and I won't look at her,
Always.
and she'll go, God damn it!
It was all over Instagram. All my other buddies
Right.
were like tagging me in pictures.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a white
Got 'em.
supremacist symbol.
Got
And then,
'em.
and then that lady's like,
It
I'm
made
like,
a
you are
comeback.
so
It
out
definitely
of
made a
touch
Did you
comeback.
miss
with
the
everything.
30 other dudes who had their arms up like this?
Right.
Like,
Well, no,
what-
she talked
how
about
are
that
you?
and then went to
I'm like,
him.
oh, this is
So they-
but ignore this.
They
Just look at this.
interviewed the photographer, and the photographer said he told them to wave goodbye to their parents.
And they
So they all
decided,
30 went like this.
yeah, that's.
Oh,
This seems
bye.
like a great. It seems like a likely story. Yeah. My heart will go on.
I lost.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, you're completely gone.
Oh man.
You ate off a little too hard on that.
Oh my god. My bad.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things that you got. Like you have to. Be
At
in
least the
touch.
nation of Poland is still sovereign. I didn't Adolf that hard.
You have to be in touch with the youth. Like if you're sitting here,
You
on
have
the
to
team,
touch youth.
No,
Come on, Hitler.
You have to be inside the youth.
but
No.
I mean seriously though. Like if come on. Like if you're
No, I
sitting
get
there
it.
going, "Oh my god,"
Yeah.
But
no, go to a high school and see how many kids do that a day.
But
Yeah.
think of it from a media standpoint where
yeah,
they need.
Oh,
a
yeah, they
story
don't-
and they need
all this
people to
story
react.
shit.
They don't
is
give
what
a
it
fuck.
comes down
They don't
to.
give a fuck about any of that.
I just want somebody to go on there and do it to her. Just walk up and go like this,
Gotcha.
and be like, "Gotcha!" And she'll
Just
be
like
"What?"
set some new notes down on the
Yeah.
desk and be like, "Oh, here you go." But watch her have the best reactions you've ever seen.
Right.
Like as soon as you set the papers down, her fingers already in the hole.
Eh.
She's like, "Burp," and then she fucking just knocks you the fuck out.
Speaking of that, going back to high school, there was a show. I'm not sure if it was on Hulu or Netflix or wherever the hell we seen it, but they send middle 20s, upper 20 adults back to high school
Oh, I want to do that.
Yeah.
as part of a
Experiment.
to blend in
experiment
to
to
see
kind
what
of
high
see
school's
what
going
high
on.
school's like now and what kids are going through now. It's actually a pretty cool show.
Is it interesting?
But I don't
Figure
know.
out what
Do
it's
you
on,
think
send it to
you
me.
could do you guys think you could do that?
yeah, I shave and I look like a high schooler. Done.
issue would
Granted
be
they
is
were all very baby-faced
probably
20-year-olds, but
It would be a lot of.
I don't
fights.
think I could. Yeah, I don't think I could.
I don't know if I'd
Deal
be able to
with,
handle the immaturity.
The immaturity
yeah.
is there's a
Right.
complete
See,
different.
It
I'd
would be
shake
fun.
my head a lot.
It would be fun, but it would be hard because I think instead of like actually talking, you would have to
You
just
couldn't
sit back
talk
and
about-
listen.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
couldn't talk about things you're interested in or know about
Because they'll be like,
you're in
"You
high
old
school.
fuck." No
Yeah.
one cares
Right.
about that.
Yeah.
Or you're
You'd have to
sitting
be
in
like-
class and nobody knows what the hell World War II is, and they're like, "Oh, what?" And you raise your hand, answer every single
You
question.
need to say
You're gonna be like,
swag and lit.
Brendan, was it
That's all you
called
gotta say.
Undercover High?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
swag and let or
My
fire.
problem would be is like
What's it
Yeah.
on?
Fire.
in high school.
Cool
AF.
AF.
Yeah.
In high school, I already
Dude,
had
I-
like
as
this
fuck,
really like.
just saying.
I miss high school. Sorry to interrupt.
I mean,
I
loved
yikes.
high
kind of in certain things.
The only
miss
thing I
about it.
miss about it is lacrosse.
High school. was
Yeah, I'll
lit.
agree with that.
Hulu,
That's
I
the only-
believe.
Hulu.
No, the thing that because when I was in high school, again, we're not going to get into the depression cast today. Maybe one day, but like I had some issues in high school, and I already thought that I was like, above all of the bullshit that they were doing that kids did in high school. But like I've looked back on like Facebook posts and Facebook messages and like AIM chat logs. Like you remember AIM?
boy.
And I'm
That's
like,
one thing I
I'm
brought
like,
up to somebody the other
oh
day.
my god, I should have just I
Aim,
don't know what
Brendan.
the fuck.
Aim.
Like I could not do it again, dude. I already want to fucking some of the
Somehow-
freshmen that we
Somehow
coach.
we're still
I just want
friends.
to I want to pick them up and I just want to throw them into traffic. Like
Oh, I
some
know.
of them are just like shut the fuck up. Just like
Oh,
some of
yeah.
them are just so infuriating. Not that I would ever harm a child.
Chris is a killer.
I actually
Yeah.
brought this up to a kid
How do you
that
really
I
feel?
hunt with.
Yes.
He's in
Don't
high
touch me!
school.
Don't touch me!
I said he's talking to his girlfriend on FaceTime. I said that's so much easier than what we had to go through. Like we had to.
Yeah.
Hey, can I call my girlfriend
You
on
had
her
to go to
home
people's
phone?
On the
house.
home
Right.
phone.
Or you know,
And you had to call and her mom would answer
Go-
and you'd be
right.
like, can I talk to Dana?
right, exactly. Or AIM. I'm
Who's
gonna get on
Dana?
AIM and talk to her all
I
night.
did it in high
Time
school.
out. Time out. So I dated a girl in middle school.
What?
Good for
Fucking
you.
lucky.
The blonde-headed chick.
No. And
Oh, just deny that one real quick.
and so she would call the house phone like once a day. And my mom would get irate. Tell that girl to stop calling the house.
Tell that slut to shut the fuck up.
And at the time, you're like, whatever. You don't fucking know what's
Right.
going on. Especially back then versus now where you could text.
You're
or
like,
call,
oh
you
shit.
know what I mean?
Right, that's what I'm
But, like,
saying.
back
There's
then,
You
so
could be
many
sending
more-
nudes back and forth. At least you can't send nudes to a
That is
landline.
awkward. That we know of. Now with Alexa, we probably can.
Ooh, Alexa, please send my
No,
nudes
she
everywhere.
just takes your news.
And then and then
And
stores it
sends
later.
them to the NSA.
And they're like, nope.
You get a text back from an unknown number.
Yikes.
2 out of 10. Like, where the
This-
fuck did this come from?
This ain't it.
Shit!
Sir, I
That
know
ain't
You'd
you're
it,
have
a
to
girl.
use AIM or MySpace or
What's
something.
it doing? What's it doing?
It's turning off.
Dead.
Is it dead already?
Yeah, I always put
Shit.
my away message.
How far in are we?
120.
Fuck,
have
dude.
no idea. Hold
What
on.
is wrong with that thing?
120?
It goes quick.
This thing should. It's got plenty of, like, SD card space, but it's
Is
it's
it?
probably
Yeah,
hot to the
overheated
touch
again.
again.
Yeah.
It's 10:05.
Set in front of the heater. You should be good.
It's nice and warm over.
Oh, really? Okay.
All
All right, that's fine. It's fine. Can you get
pretty
a? That was the.
Boom.
That was that thing. The chair squeaked. Can you get a? Yeah, nobody here has a gun. Can you get a different case for that thing that like has an extra battery on it? Do you know?
Oh, I'm sure you could. I think, yeah, I'll look.
He didn't.
Because a
hear
lot
it,
of people do it.
And actually, I brought it's upstairs. Since that little door can open, if we can get it close enough to, or get like an extension cable or something, you can plug a charging block in and just have it. Just don't even use the battery part of it.
That'd be perfect.
But I brought a longish USB cable with me. I just forgot it upstairs, and we just kind of moved everything down here. I wouldn't say in a hurry. It took a lot longer today to set up than any other day, despite the fact that like we know how to set up the podcast at this point. But
took a long time.
it did take a long time. But we had to we moved this couch.
I was going to say, Frank, because we were rearranging.
We moved this couch like
down the hall.
2% of the way to the garage to like get it upstairs, and we're like, fuck it, we're done, we're out. Not doing that shit. Because turns out this motherfucker's heavy. How did you get it in here to begin with? Through the garage?
I don't know. How did we get it in here, Trace?
Did I carry it?
You were helping me.
Had to be through the
Oh,
garage.
fuck. Yeah, it was through the
Well,
garage.
you didn't have your second or third
I mean, it
buttholes yet,
was
so
through the
you-
garage, yes, for sure.
It was
But,
a lot of twisting and turning.
A lot of yelling. A lot of pivot. Like the
Taking
Family
off
Guy
the
bit.
door. Family
Did you have to
Guy.
take the...
Friends?
I don't think we had to take
Friends.
the door off.
Well, okay, so
Friends.
it must be a callback to Friends from Family Guy. Because there's a Family Guy bit for it, too.
We had to have taken the door off.
It's in the
No,
Star Wars
we
special.
didn't take the door off.
Of your garage. Like the door right there.
No, we did not take that off. We might have unscrewed the...
Yeah, you probably took the casters and the feet off.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Yeah.
Although I don't even think we would have needed to do that.
If
Yeah,
you
you
can,
did
if you
get it
can,
out.
if you can get it in at like an angle, then you don't really ever really need to do that. You just need to get the first half or third through
Either
the door.
way, it was like 2 years ago, so who remembers?
I have absolutely no idea.
I'm trying to think of what the most difficult thing. Oh, it probably was the desk that's in my basement right now, but I didn't move it.
Do we have to do another shot before we're done?
Yeah, we probably should wrap up. If we're still, if people still have,
A Joel thought?
maybe
What?
if you want to do a Joel thought, we
hello?
can stop for a minute and then start it again instead of cutting it in
So,
the
yeah,
middle
we'll let
of
you
it.
know we are about an hour and a half in. So
Yeah, and I mean the first 10 minutes of that is always bullshit because it's just set up or whatever. So it's we're at a good time for a podcast to be done.
I don't have.
I just read something about some statistics, and it's like an hour is about where you want to be, like max.
Perfect.
Unless you already have
You know
a
what I
massive
think about
following
the
like Achievement Hunter.
statistics?
What?
We eat the statistics. We make our own. Last Shot
Damn.
Podcast.
Too bad the camera died.
yeah,
I
right.
know. Cameron's dead.
Camera, picture this.
Just imagine finger guns.
Yeah, finger guns and
Hey.
lots of sounds.
Edit that in.
Here's what we
I'm
have
going to be
to do.
standing there.
We could also do. I mean, if you guys want to do another, because I haven't uploaded the Piccolo one yet.
We need to make a fucking rap air horn that says "yeet," and then you just hit it. And it's like "yeet."
All right, who
Oh,
here knows
yeah.
how to program?
All right.
We need like a "that was easy" button, but it just says
Right.
"eat."
Yeet. And it just throws all your shit to the side, like fuck that shit.
That would actually be great if you remember the old
The paperclip.
no, not the paperclip. It was
Soundboards?
What the fuck was it
But
called?
nobody
It was
uses.
kind of like Kid Picks, but it was for your desktop, and it was like the boredom destroyer or something like
Oh,
that.
the desktop destroyer.
Yeah, desktop destroyer. Yep, exactly. It's you just have an app that does that, but it takes all of the your lock screen or whatever and just throws them off to
Oh,
the
yeah.
side into a random direction.
I was thinking more like the game Perfection, where you're trying to get all the pieces.
Oh, yeah,
in
but it
and then it explodes and they go.
So
everywhere.
instead of a buzzer, it just goes yeet. And it just
They
throws,
just
throws
go
the pieces
everywhere.
into the air. Brendan is recording.
Perfect.
I
We made our own. We don't need a program.
all right. I mean, I already. Oh no!
Yeet.
Did I? I don't remember if I
Yeet,
pulled the
yeet, yeet,
soundbite
yeet.
of Joe going yeet. I have Joe going zoinks. I have that, but I don't have the yeet. All right. What is the shot we're gonna do? Is the last shot on the podcast? Do we have a consensus? Do you
We're
have
just
more
gonna
of
do
the?
same one? Yeah, we'll do.
you
the
have more
same
of that
one
mix?
Again. Yep.
Okay.
I'll
God
take
damn
my
it,
orange
Brendan.
juice and grenadine.
Okay. I
Yeet.
will go make that.
Brendan. Matt. is gonna make. I've just been having strokes left and right today.
All
I
right,
will be
here's
back
a
all week,
question.
I'll give you a stroke left and right.
What was the first
Ooh.
alcoholic beverage you ever had?
PBR.
Bush Light at your house or Bud Light.
I had
one of the other two. Actually,
a Guinness?
okay.
Trace, what is
my
wrong with
first
you?
full
You are
day.
an
Guinness?
enabler.
So
A Guinness.
are we?
Guinness wouldn't have been
Fuck
bad.
that shit. Are we
Guinness is
saying?
good.
Are we saying like full on alcoholic beverage or like a sip of an alcoholic?
No, like an actual one that you finished, or at least most of it.
Bet.
Like full one would be Trace's house.
Yeah.
Bud Light or Bush Light, one of the other.
it
What
was, it was Bush Light.
What an indictment.
It was fucking great.
Trace
You got
is
to
gonna
wait
go
for
to
Matt
jail
to come
for,
back, see what he says.
for
It was
contributing to the
great.
delinquency of minors.
Oh, yeah, you know, he was the same age as me.
No, PBR. A friend of mine's.
Bush Light. Actually, Bush regular. It was Bush Heavy.
Ugh.
That was the first beer I ever had. And then it switched to a bunch of Bud
It's
Light,
like-
Budweiser.
It's like
it's so
it's
quiet.
like Goofy. He figured out the internet. Like he's been on Urban Dictionary. He's like, oh yeet.
Oh, yay!
First
Oh, my
shot
God.
he ever took.
Bacardi Limon, same day actually.
Honestly, couldn't tell you.
Brendan? I feel like that's something.
First
you
Speak
shot?
would
into the
remember.
mic.
Yeah.
First shot?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you might need those. Also, don't forget Al Capone.
I honestly don't remember. Mine had nothing on it. Does
Yeah.
that help?
Oh,
They all have something.
It was blank. Well, mine.
Yeah,
had
same
nothing.
order.
I swear.
I would say my first shot probably was like UV Red and Red Bull.
see, I
been it.
wish I would have mixed mine because I just took a shot of Bacardi Limon and it literally tastes like Pine Sol.
I
Oh,
used to mix stuff all the time, but
I remember the
kinda
one
whatever
time
the-
Joel
whatever I
told
could
me, I
find.
don't have to drink to have fun. And now look at him.
Yay! There we go.
Brendan was never allowed over at the house.
Because you were drinking all the time?
No, no,
Yes!
no,
Yes!
no, no, no,
There was
no.
no parental supervision. My parents thought I was gonna die.
time out. Yeah, because
No.
hold on, you never went over there, but so we would hang out and just dick around all night long.
Oh,
right?
all night.
And it was middle school where you fucking chewed gum like you were a
Right.
freaking tank, right? So like we would leave and I'd put like spearmint gum in when we left. My dad would come pick me up. And
Oh, he'd be like, what were you doing?
yeah, he'd be like, "Why are you chewing gum? It's 10 o'clock at night." I'm like,
Because gum is the currency of middle school,
It-
Dad.
it-
Get off my back.
But it was
Literally.
like, it was before we would do like any of that.
Any, like,
literally
years
like
before.
I was just fucking chewing gum, and he was like, "Why are you really chewing gum?" And I was like, "I'm just chewing gum. Like I don't know. I'm not doing shit."
Parents-
The reason
late high school rolls around, and we're like, "Yay!" Just fucking pouring them up.
Brendan was never allowed to come over because I brought GTA to one of his birthday parties
yeah.
That's why we never hung
and
out.
ruined
But
and
you weren't
ruined
allowed.
that whole thing.
Yeah,
Just remember whose mom saved your ass from getting beat by.
No, that was
Yeah.
that was Eric.
You and Eric.
No.
Your ass ran.
No, okay, so
Okay.
Okay.
Eric and I were down on the
Yee.
on the football field, right? And we were hanging out, and then it was Taylor Gruder and Tyler Harris.
Oh my God! Stop saying last names. Never again.
You don't know who they are. Can I not
somebody
say 'em?
might. Please don't.
Anyway, so we were hanging out, and like Eric decided to climb the fucking field goal post, and they're like, "Get the fuck down!" and started like throwing the ball at him. The next thing, like Eric fell to the ground, and then they started like beating him up.
Where did Joel go?
He's weak.
Hey,
He's weak. Kill him.
Ask where Joel went.
Joel ran
Okay,
back
so
to his
they
house.
were 8th graders. We were 7th graders. I don't know what the fuck to do, so I ran for my life down through the park. And then like I was down at the park, and I turned around, and Taylor was running down behind me, and I was like, "Oh God, this is where it ends, right here." And he just kept running. He was like, "Hey, your buddy wants you," and I was like, "Okay." And I like ran back up the hill, and then I saw Brendan and his mom like fucking in their expedition or whatever the fuck it was, like going across, and we were like, "Hey, we just got beat up." But it was really
No,
We
you didn't
says
get beat
Joel.
up.
But it was
Eric got
Joel.
beat up.
But it was really Eric laying there like, "Oh my God." And I was just like,
him to
I was
die.
like, he got beat up. So
Matt,
we,
where did you have your first alcoholic beverage?
And what was it?
It was a beer at your house.
Yeah. See, I was not. See, I told you I would not have been friends with you in high school.
Same.
I have been saying this to you and Travis both since I met you two.
See, but
I would not have been friends with you in high school.
but we didn't like drink heavy. Like it wasn't until like senior
And yet,
year into
60%
college.
of the
I will-
people
That's
here
when-
is first.
that's
I will
when
say
you
I was
really
19
started drinking.
at least.
Same.
Oh, okay, that's
Same.
that's a little bit different.
was-
I'm
it
thinking
was
still like high
after
school.
You were
high
what?
It was like I was like 17 or 18.
Yeah, I was
it
about
was,
to say you
no,
were
for
not.
Me, it was like
He
junior year of
was.
high school for me,
Yeah.
but it was older. It's not like we were.
For me,
Yeah,
I'd
my
say it was
bad,
probably
guys.
2 years after I graduated. I think.
Yeah.
What? Weak.
The first time I drank heavy was the very first week of college.
Do you have a summer birthday that when you graduated at 17?
I wish.
I graduated.
Joel, when you hang out with
yes,
people
I
older
graduated
than you,
2 weeks before I turned 17.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Let's,
Two-
your
it
brother
just
used to
turns
come
into
over
18
all the
weeks.
time
Before I
with all
turned
his
18.
buddies.
Sorry.
oh, all the time, and I hated it.
And remember we used to listen
the first
to
time I
band?
drank was in high school, so probably sooner than YouTube. Oh,
All right, last shot.
all right. This is the last shot. This is another pineapple upside down cake,
Orange juice and
orange juice and grenadine.
for the gram.
you got it.
Oh my god, that is fucking delicious.
Very good.
I still
All right.
think
So, any no philosophical thoughts, but any final thoughts for this week's podcast? Any
You ever wonder why we're here?
all the time?
Jesus Christ.
We're here for Chick-fil-A, baby.
No, I never wonder why we're here.
They have a delivery service.
What the fuck is the line?
Their catering business is fucking awesome.
It's a long line.
It is a long line. I just remember at the end it's Semper Fi, bitch.
Perfect.
What was all that shit about God and the universe and stuff?
Oh, what?
And we're done.